I want it. And I'm telling you right now, I want the city council to back it. You all ran on being there for the taxpayers. You want to be there for the taxpayers? Show them where their money's been going. Show them how we're going to reallocate that money and fix the problems. Because you all know Kadeem, Cliff, Linda, Kilby, Dion, they are all smarter than I am.
Welcome to the Bobby Couto Show, where we dive into the fascinating world of human experiences and excellence. With special guests, real-life anecdotes, and thought-provoking discussions. Get ready to unlock and tap into your absolute potential with your host, manifestation coach, Bobby Couto.
Gabriel, Boomr, Amaral. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Episode 87 of the Bobby Couto Show. It is my absolute pleasure to have you here. You know, I know you're a super busy guy, and I want you to know that we, David and myself, absolutely appreciate this time. Peyton, welcome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I do my research. You know, when I have guests on the show, I do my research, and I just like to clarify this right at the beginning of the show, because more recently than ever before, I've been getting hate. Right, and you know, I always say that this
You're
is
lucky.
This is yeah, right.
A long time for me.
You know, in the words of Kim Kardashian, there's no such thing as bad press, right?
Yeah.
So people like questioning things about me, like where I grew up, where I lived, where I was, what I've been doing, and that's never happened before. You know, and I realized that this is not a political show. The Bobby Couto Show is not a political. It's never been a political show. Yep. I produced a couple of political shows. This is not it. But two things happened. One, I felt the calling. I felt that the reason I created all this was for the community. And I feel it in my heart that there is no more important election that this city has ever had than this moment right now. I believe that so much has happened. The complacency has overruled everything. I think we look at what I like to call the shit on the ground, right? We will walk by a pile of shit once and be like, wow, look, a pile of shit. By the third time you walk by it, you don't see it anymore.
Yeah,
and that's
kind of accept it.
And that's what's happened in the city. I will say this, and I don't want to draw this intro out, but it's necessary because a couple of things. One, I'm absolutely honored to be in your presence, sir. You are, not only are you serving in the military for over 20 years.
19 years.
Sorry, let's get it right.
Close.
Yeah. So, I mean, 2006, right? So you're in that transition.
August 31st will make 19 years.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your service, man. And
Thank you.
And not only that, in that period of time, you don't stop, man. You are a volunteer. You're the Boys and Girls Club, the awards, the czar, there's so much I want to talk about. And like when I was going through this stuff, I'm like, you know, very rarely do I meet people that actually do this much with their life. My show is all about the struggle to success, Boomr.
I'm just a little upset that you waited till 87 episodes to have me.
Well, so, you know, the truth is, and that's
what 86 more important people.
I know, right, man? Like seriously, can I tell you something? Your name came up. This has been up and coming, right? Because I spoke to someone you know well, Eric B.
Okay.
And just by chance and accident, I was invited to be in the Bristol 4th of July parade. And so I'm like, well, if I'm going to be in the parade, I need to float, right? So I go on Facebook and I'm like, hey, everybody, where would I get my truck wrapped? Like, where would I go? And right away, someone's like, hey, Wicked Decal.
Yep.
I don't know
Great
Eric.
job.
I've never met him.
Yep.
So I make the appointment. I go out there. I meet Eric, have a great conversation with him, and you come up. And the funny thing was, you came up in that situation. You came up a couple other times where I mentioned your name. So I know that you have some property. You know, I have a studio.
Yep.
Okay. So your name, every time your name came up, everybody said the same thing. There isn't a nicer guy out there. Dude, I am my right hand. Like, I am telling you, I have never heard someone.
I can introduce you to a few people that disagree.
Well, you know, that's fine, but they might have a narrative.
Yeah,
you know what?
those are short and few in between.
They have an agenda, bro. And I don't want to sit here and blow smoke up your ass the whole time we're here, but I just think it's very important for the audience, for the people that I know there are a lot of people going to listen to this episode.
And I appreciate that.
But they need to understand that outside of politics, right? Never mind anything that's going on right now, sir. You are a pillar of the community, man.
Well, because I don't record it.
Well, so, you know, and that's exactly it.
People don't know.
People don't know because,
and I'm okay with that.
And they would never know.
And I'm okay with that.
But you know what? Much like myself, dude, I think the joy in it comes from just doing it, right? Like you don't need
the joy in doing it, the joy in being able to do it. Consider, you know, from where I came from to being able to do it is, you know, even when there's times where it's like, hey, it's tight right now.
Yeah.
Something comes up. It doesn't matter. You know, the Nikki Fontaines, the people in need, the vets kitchens, whatever it may be, when they reach out, you make it happen. You figure it out.
And you do. Obviously you do, man. This resume.
And that's what we do.
Yes, absolutely. And so let's talk about.
Can't wait to see what you figured out.
Well, you know, from the beginning, man.
I don't research myself.
Right. So let's start at the beginning. Like, so you find yourself involved in many things. First and foremost, you're a father,
Yes.
right? And you're a son,
Yes.
and you're a grandson.
Yes.
How did Grandma wake up?
She's out of surgery. She's good.
Wonderful.
So thank you for asking.
Good. Well, I wanted to make sure that
she was out of surgery. Apparently, there were more than one
Yeah.
stone, so they got a couple of them. But she's out and she's good. So I just got that update while I was driving here.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That in itself, my friend.
Yep.
Being a father to 6 children, how do you find the time, bro? How do you manage it? I mean, obviously you're successful. I see it.
Yeah,
your
my kids
campaign
know
manager.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I
18 years old.
So like, obviously you're doing something right, man. And so not only have you raised your children, and they are, look at this, professional.
I am winging the hell out of this, Bobby.
Yeah.
I am winging the hell out of this.
Yeah.
But I got great kids.
Okay.
So they make it easy, you know. Trust me, there's days where I don't even remember what day it is.
Yeah.
You know, when you're running around, you got this one at baseball, this one's at cheer, this one's at theater rehearsal, this one's got to be back and picked up from work, and then you got to go back.
So what's the domination? What, boys and girls? What do you have?
I have 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like the
3 and
Brady Bunch.
Well, my youngest 2 are we're still in the process of adoption.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
my youngest 2, I've had my youngest since she was 5 months old.
Yep.
She knows she's the boss of the house. She knows that.
Sure.
But also the baby of the house. So she
course.
she plays both roles.
Sure.
Everybody else just kind of revolves around her attitude. But then from there, it's, you know, I got a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, an 11-year-old. My son's going to be 15 on Friday.
Yeah.
You know, happy birthday, Hunter.
Yeah.
So he'll be 15, and then I have 18, and my oldest daughter's 23. Just graduated Westfield. She works at, you know, she's a manager at Lowe's. You know, they're good kids. I really can't complain.
You know, I only mention this because I believe that you have skin in the game, right? I believe it's very important to understand. That's an element that not a lot of people might not understand. You know, having children, and then of course raising a family that you grow together, right? So you have a relationship. You know, you have other children. Everything comes together, and you make it all work. On top of that, you're a real estate agent, and so I don't know where you find the time to do that. But I mean, it just again,
I got a great partner.
Well,
Courtney Fernandez is
works.
a great partner, and she takes a bulk of that stuff for me.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, we'll get into it, but I had a brain aneurysm back in September.
Okay.
So she covered down. She helped me get through a lot of that work stuff, and helped me stay afloat with a lot of things during that time. And every day she's on top of everything.
No
so
kidding.
I have a great team when it comes to the real estate side of things.
Sure.
And ultimately, if I get in office, it's going to be her business to run, because my focus is the city.
Sure.
You know, am I going to help people? Am I going to like guide people to the right people? Of course I will. That's what we do. We got to grow. And
absolutely.
And she's a single mom, trying to run a business, do everything in the city too.
Yeah.
So of course I'm gonna push my own business to her and stuff like that. Take care of people. So I have great help when it comes to that stuff.
Right. So you've cultivated that though, right?
Absolutely.
All these years, and you have a hockey team, right? And so you cultivate this family, and you can literally, this is right. I mean, the family business, right? Everybody's involved, and everybody wants to be a part of your campaign.
Win or lose, I got them paying attention.
Absolutely.
To real world
It's
stuff.
funny, you just took the words right out of my mouth.
She's been involved with more of the real world stuff than most of my kids.
Sure.
She's gone through her own things, and there's a lot of private stuff that's happened, and with the school itself. So I have a vested interest based on protecting not just my kids, but all kids here.
Absolutely.
Right? I grew up on these streets. I was homeless at 12 years old in these streets. So I know what it's like to grow up here and not have anything.
Right.
But I can also show these same kids that I think that there's no way out. There is a way out.
Bro.
There is a way out.
Yes.
I'm living proof that there's a way out. So we have to cultivate that together.
Sure.
And
Sure.
you have to educate people. And
Sure.
the biggest thing that I dealt with was I didn't have adult supervision. I didn't have the education back then.
Right.
So if you ask somebody about me, like when I was a kid, man, they would have told you I'd been dead or in prison by now, right?
Sure.
So it's a whole
But
different
either or
world.
happens, bro. It's either or, right? Either you succeed, or you fade away. And at our age now, we've seen that happen. We've seen those that have come. We've seen those that have gone.
I raise kids right now of a kid that I was coaching basketball for. He was on my championship team. He was a great kid.
Yeah.
For me, he wasn't a great kid for society, right? But he's a great kid for me because I could relate and I can understand and I could show him that there's a positive side of things.
Sure.
The problem is you can only reach these kids for so much for so long because realistically they age out of everything.
Right.
There's nothing for them.
Right.
And they're in these cities, they're in these pockets of the city that they feel there's no way out and they're surrounded by the same people, the gangs, the drugs, the violence. They're surrounded by that every day. You got to give them options.
Sure.
And we can't give them options if we're only focused on certain sects of the city, certain elites, we can't do that.
Right.
We lost our focus on our children.
Right.
The only
Right.
time we focused on our children is when we got all this free money, and
ARPA.
all of a sudden,
ARPA.
yeah,
Yeah.
ARPA money came out, and all of a sudden we want to take care of kids.
Yeah,
No,
right,
you don't. You
right.
wanted to funnel money to all your programs.
Yeah.
Like you didn't
Yeah.
take care of
You
kids.
just make them up. It was
Correct.
Yeah, you made up all these
we
programs.
can do this all day. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like
Yeah.
this show.
Yeah.
It would have to be a Netflix series, at least 10 episodes,
Wow.
because there's just so much to unpack in this city.
Right,
You know,
right,
you're
right.
gonna pick topics, you're gonna pick whatever. Like when he talked to me and asked me, "What do you want to talk
Yeah,
about?"
sure.
Whatever you want.
Sure.
Right? I don't pick and choose. I'm
Yep.
not sitting here trying to push an agenda.
No, right.
I want you, a voter,
Yep.
to pick whatever is important to you.
Sure.
Because maybe I have the answers, maybe I don't.
Sure.
But I don't. My problems aren't necessarily everybody else's problems, right? I know what I want to address. I know I want to address the corruption, the school system, the blatant sexual assaults. I want to address a lot of things,
Sure.
right? I want to address. There's no jobs. There's nothing here, and everybody's like, "Well, how are you going to fix that?" Well, that's a multifaceted problem that we can get into, and I'm all for it. I have plans. Of course, I have options.
Right.
Elderly housing mixed in with, again, not to say that everybody's bad, but elderly people, these buildings that were supposed to house the elderly, that belong to the elderly.
Agreed.
We got rid of that, and now we have elderly people who are the most vulnerable in positions where people are on SSI because they're rehab, they're addicted, they're mentally unstable, whatever
Right,
it may be.
right.
That's not a safe environment for these people that can't defend themselves
Right,
if something
right,
goes wrong.
right,
And I'm
right.
not saying those people are
No,
bad
but there should
people.
be separation. There
But
should be separation.
where
Absolutely.
they can roam
Especially.
freely
Yes.
and be comfortable and
Yes.
not have to worry about
Yeah.
just walking around their block, right?
Agreed.
So
yeah, I think
that's-
places
that's
like
a big
Milliken,
situation I wanna work
Boulevard.
with.
I think
Yeah.
like those buildings there. My previous experience many years ago when I was a young man, I worked for Comcast.
Yeah.
So Boomer, I have an understanding of what I tell people is I've seen the inside of the city. I've worked the South End. I've worked the North End. I've been inside people's homes,
Yep.
so I've seen clearly the way that people live.
Correct.
And with that said, having an understanding of that and going into like Milliken Boulevard or some of these, the projects, it's just
Yep.
we'll say projects.
Yep.
You've got elderly people, and then you've got it just again. The age,
not a
just
good
the
mix.
age difference, right?
Yeah.
So I might want to listen to music all day. You're 90 years old. You don't want to hear my music. Just that. Let's just leave that right there. Never mind the real problems that take place. You know
And
what I mean?
I really hope I can get in there and work
Yeah.
with housing to create a better system and a better plan to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then there becomes safety issues. There becomes all kinds.
Sure.
There becomes
Yeah, you
all
can
kinds of- we can
you can regulate yourself
Correct.
right out of it, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So real quick, 2006. I want to just
Yep.
look. The show is about you, Boomer. Like that's what the show is about, and I want the audience to know who you are. Honestly, I think your campaign is super very important, and that's why you're here today.
Yep.
But I think the most important thing for people to know is who are you. It's easy for us to go on Facebook, and we know that there are certain outlets right there that'll spin and do and turn certain words into whatever they want, but
course.
they can't change the character,
You want
sir.
to see how fast this video gets chopped up next
Right.
week?
Oh, for real, absolutely,
We got
100,
Boomr on, just watch.
100%.
All the fake accounts with the 41 followers.
There you go.
It's
There you
going to
go.
happen.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
That stuff
Yeah.
doesn't bother me
Right.
because I'll go live with anyone. And
Yep.
and if you can go through the, let's say, Fall River page, right?
Sure.
People calling, oh, you got to see his past and see this. Come and see it.
Right.
I've never smoked. I've never drank. I've never done drugs. What are you going to say? I was
Right.
a homeless kid growing up in the streets? Go ahead.
Yeah, but Boomer, they say
what are you
it.
gonna
Once
do?
they say it, it's out there, right?
And I'm
then-
okay with that.
Yes,
But-
yes.
But you don't see what I've come from to get where I am today, to
Right.
help all these kids in that same position that I came from. That
Why
I'm
would
every
they
day.
want to stop you?
Correct.
That's the question
Correct.
you have to ask. Why?
What is your agenda?
What is your agenda?
Why
right?
would you want somebody
Absolutely.
that came from this to be able to help people do the same thing?
Right.
Why are you preventing people from growing and people getting better?
Yes.
This is your city. You should
Yes.
want it better,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed. This is a job interview.
Exactly.
If I was
Everybody's
hiring
got
you,
their
Boomer,
agenda.
then I'm going to interview you. I'm going to interview Chris. I'm going
Yeah.
to interview Carlos. Like I'm going to do the best interview, and I'm going to hire the best person for the job.
Absolutely.
And you say certain things, and I love your energy, bro. I just want to say that. There's certain things
Appreciate
that you say that resonate with me, and I can hear it in the words you say. And exactly this. I had a conversation with Chris. I said, Chris, there's no such thing as the perfect mayor. The perfect mayor does not exist.
No.
But to me, the best mayor is smart enough to know he needs to surround himself with the smartest people. If he doesn't understand something, he knows somebody who does.
Henry Ford,
Right?
Eighth grade education. How'd that work out?
Right.
You know why? Because at any given time, he could pick up the phone and call the right person.
Exactly.
I've built teams that this country relies on for safety, security, everything, right? I spent 16 of my 19 years in the military interrogating, investigating people's backgrounds and doing that research to make sure we got the best of the best for every position, for every job. These are the frontline soldiers to the intelligence soldiers. These are the people that go out of their way and put their lives on the line for our whole country, right?
Sure.
I want the best of the best. So, and I did it. as the best. I'm the 4-time Directors 54, for the state of Massachusetts. Nobody's ever done it more than once in Massachusetts, right? So,
bro, it's all here.
I've done
I have 10 pages, bro.
this.
10 pages. It's amazing. You know what? And again, I'm not bragging.
You know what's funny is I go and think about writing a resume, and I'm like, what am I going to write?
Bro, you want it? I have it
idea.
right here for you. All right, yeah, you can have it.
I wish it would work, right?
Dude, I'm telling you, this is amazing. It's amazing.
For me, running for mayor, it's what people don't understand. I spend every day with my kids. I bring my kids to school. Last year, it was 2.5 hours in the morning bringing 5 kids to 5 different schools in this city, right? Just there's different high schools. There's different schools deal with certain things.
Sure.
Some schools don't.
Sure.
So 5 schools. So 2.5 hours dropping them off, then going to work and getting things done and having to leave early so I can go pick up my kids, get them home, come back, try to get some work done, then get to their activities, right? To get to baseball, to get to football, to get to theater, to cheer, to swim, whatever it may be.
Sure.
Make dinner in between there somewhere, right? I'm not a crock pot guy. I really need help with that. But I hired a nanny. I did everything that I could do, right?
Sure,
to put myself in those right places.
The best position, absolutely. Yeah, right.
And what people don't understand is this is taking me away from that freedom to be there for my family. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I know the greater good behind that, right? I make a better city with the people surrounding me, and I make a better city and a better school system for my children.
Yep.
And their children.
Yep.
Yes, of course I'm vested in my children having the best life they can have here. I grew up here. We roamed the streets till God only knows when, right? We were riding our bikes anywhere. You were safe. You could do whatever you wanted. I fished this whole city.
I used to ride my bicycle. I used to go to
everywhere. We used to build tracks behind the police
Absolutely.
station, right? Brooklyn Park. We used to do whatever we wanted.
Ride our bikes up and down.
We took all their dirt and made a mess of it. And they'd come and yell at us, and we'd go and do it the next day, right?
Yes.
But we were innocent kids just trying to find something to do. Till this day, these kids are still trying to find something to do. I have ideas for that. I have options for that, right?
Yep.
We have enough land and enough woods for that.
You got like Bernardo boxing, like what Aaron does.
Yes.
I mean, he's bringing 80 every single day. He's
All
got
of them.
80 kids
All
in
of
that
them.
building every
Yep.
single day.
All of them.
Like,
Aaron,
yes,
all of them.
yep.
You got Kels, you got those guys.
Yep.
Everybody that's doing something to get these kids off the streets,
Yep.
I applaud
The
you.
PAL,
I
yes,
love it. The Fall
yes.
of the Falcons, these
Yes.
little leagues.
Yep.
Remember, baseball was at every single field.
I just said that
Every
last
single
episode. I
field.
said the same thing.
I played at Columbus
Yes.
Park. We'd go and
Yes.
travel to North
Yes.
Park, and like that was our battle, you know.
Yep.
And we don't have that anymore because honestly, it's unaffordable.
Mm-hmm.
You got the city just doesn't want to put it in. It's not a money problem here. It's a leadership problem and a people problem here.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
$500 million is a lot of money.
Sure.
When you sit there and you look up statistics on this city and you look up we're within between 1 and 4 in the top most dangerous cities, right? You look up, we're ranked 320 out of 356 in an education system. Then you look at, we have almost a $300 million school budget. We have over $500 million.
But real quick, on the
City
education
budget.
system, why do you think that is? Why do you think the education system is? Because if everybody's teaching the same curriculum, right? If we're all getting the same curriculum,
Yep.
why is the output different? What has happened?
Okay. So again, multifaceted issue, right?
Right.
From what I see as a parent, what I see from the outside looking in and from being in these schools dealing with this stuff, my kids come home, oh, my teacher's not here again. My teacher left. My teacher's not doing this. I have a para for a teacher. We're missing 160 something or 190 teachers. I forget the exact number. I've been looking at budgets and numbers for a long time, so forgive me if my numbers are wrong. But there's a lot of them, right? So if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at, we have all these teacher positions open, but I got elementary schools with 400 kids, 500 kids. I got a principal, 3 vice principals, 4 coaches, 2 heads of each department, whatever it may be, right? So when I'm sitting there and I'm looking at, we have an administration that has more positions than we do for teachers that are filled, and these are 6-figure jobs. I'm not saying they didn't earn them. I'm not saying these people aren't qualified. They didn't deserve them.
But the question is, should the position even exist?
Correct.
Yeah, right?
Why?
Right.
So
Right.
so let's take, for instance, a lot of people say, oh, well, Tansy. Tansy's a low number school, right?
Okay.
189 kids, give or take, under 200 kids.
Yep.
Principal, vice principal, cool. They have under a $2 million budget, give or take, the lowest budget, highest grades. Do you think it's a money issue? It's not. Well, and then you get the people that come on there and it's like, well, those parents, are involved and those families take care of it. Are you saying, I don't live out there. My kids didn't grow up there, right? I live out here. Are you saying that we don't teach our kids and we don't take care of our children because we don't live in the Highlands? Are you saying the people on 3rd Street aren't parents? These struggling moms and dads aren't parents to their kids?
Right.
Because they got to work 2 jobs to afford that rent where they are. They got to
Right.
work 2 jobs. They're not
Right.
successful in your eyes.
Right.
But every day, they're coming home to take care of those kids
Yes.
and put food on their table as best they can. Are they all perfect? Absolutely not.
Right.
Do we have a problem with that? Absolutely.
Yep.
However, to sit there and say that the issue is only the parents, I disagree.
Right.
Issue's
But
not
that's
the
easy.
parents.
That's easy answer. You could say the
Correct.
parents.
Everybody's got the quick answer, right?
Right.
It's not.
Right.
And
right.
do we know what the total answers are? No.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, if elected and if put in office, my fight with the school committee, with everybody, those cushy jobs aren't going to be as cushy. I promise you that. And
Right.
and I'm gonna, like I told you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a lot of enemies here.
Yeah, right,
I'm not
right,
here to
right,
make
right,
friends.
right.
I'm here to make the city better as a whole. And the only way to do that, our teachers need the help. Our teachers need that money and personnel and help in the classroom. You got one teacher doing this crazy curriculum and nonsense, teaching to a test, all this crap that we've been fighting for years.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden the schools are getting graded and they're like, oh, we don't want that test anymore because you're making it look like we look bad. No, you're looking bad because you're paying all your friends and family in these positions and you're not taking care of the student. You're not
Right.
taking care of these teachers.
Right.
These teachers need the help in the classroom. Our students need the help in the classroom.
Yep.
And that's where the money's going to go.
So, but do you feel that like the union is a big part of that? Is
I think
that
unions have their good and bad for everybody.
Yeah,
right?
but in the teachers union, you have that constant fight. Like there's
Yep.
never in any circumstance. Whenever you go to the teachers union, they don't negotiate. They don't. They demand. It's always been that way. You know, even not too long ago in Newton Wellesley, like how listen, man.
Yeah, I get it.
If you're teaching children, there has to be a part of you that loves to do that.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So when you decide, look, you can be on strike, fine, but that doesn't mean you don't teach the children. These kids are going to college. These kids are on their way to the
Most
rest
of
of
them
their
aren't even
lives, and
prepared.
you don't give a shit. Like you don't care. That's the part, bro, that I cannot digest.
And that's not just a school issue. That's
Right.
that's a
Right.
whole public service issue
Yes.
in general, right?
Yes.
Anybody that gets into public service to get wealthy is doing it for the wrong reason. Anybody that's making $250,000, $500,000, you're doing this on public service. You're doing
Right.
this on a taxpayer dime.
Right.
I'm sorry. You don't belong in public
Right.
service because
Right.
you're no longer serving the public. You're serving yourself.
Absolutely. So there has to be some passion there. There has to be some.
Correct.
I want to do this.
And I do really believe that these teachers go in with the intent of they want to help kids. They want to work with kids. They're comfortable. Maybe they're just smart. Maybe that's where they feel better. Whatever
Sure,
it may
sure,
be.
sure.
I don't believe they all end up, going there because they think that it's a way to make all this money and have a secure pension. Right?
No, agreed.
Nobody wants to
they
work
start with
40
that
years
passion.
to die.
I like kids. I want
to
be
die
like,
in
yes.
10 years. Right? Nobody
Sure.
wants that.
Of course.
I do believe they have that passion. I believe that passion is eroded based on the leadership around them, the people around them. Everything that they have to do takes away from what they came here to actually do. Teachers need the freedom to actually educate. Not everybody learns the same way either, right? We have these special classrooms that they want to put people in, right?
Yeah,
and
right.
they segregate these kids and RPA, which we will get into that. And I have a lot of people angry at me right now because I said that school's not going to last.
Sure.
And not in a bad way,
Yep.
but they just took it that way, right?
Yep.
But we'll get into that. So for me, when I'm looking at, you have a shortage of all these teachers. Let's pick a school. It doesn't really matter, right? I saw on there you got gym teachers making over $100,000, but I have paras fighting for $19 an hour.
Right.
Right. We have schools that are completely run by family and friends. I dealt with Durfee. Okay. Some things I can't say because there is legal stuff still coming, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
some stuff I got to leave out. But at the end of the day, I don't care what people think of me, what people say. I watched a principal, a counselor, SRO officer, all right. So these are people from not just the school system, right? I watched all of this take place and try to cover up a sexual assault to my face, and then sit there and call me a liar. Now I have it on recording. I have all that, right? So they didn't know that at the time, and I'm allowed to say that. I asked. So I had to make sure. So at the end of the day, I watched these people lie about protecting a child. I got phone calls that are recorded from school committee members, from people that are I'll deny this ever happened. I'm sure you will. And that's why I record it the second you call, because I know better, right?
Wow.
So when I have that happen and they give out my minor child's information, right? She's 15 going on 16 at the time, right? That information was leaked out the very second it happened. Who were you to get that information? Who were you to leak that? This is what we deal with, right? This is that inner working of, hey, we got to cover this up quick. And then that was the plan, right? I went to the news. I went to the media. I went to court. I did everything I could do. These people are very well connected.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, I'm not going to back down. So the people that I'm going in there to make sure can never do this again are very well connected. So I expect them to come after me every day. I expect all the nonsense to come. Maybe I'll be on the side of Jazel. Who knows?
Yeah.
Listen, come and get me.
Gabriel,
I
do you
like
think it's bad
orange.
enough? Do you think it's bad enough?
Do I think what?
Do you think it's bad enough? Do you think it's gotten bad enough that people look? You know, it's not a secret. You're a Republican, right? We're in a democratic city in a
Yep.
democratic state.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we love the Kennedys, right?
Yep.
That's always been our mantra.
I've been a Republican long before it became cool to be a Republican.
Right. So here we are now.
I've been dealing with this a long
Trump
time.
wins Fall River, which was
Yep, unheard of.
that was a very telling, right? That's very telling, right?
I don't know if it's people changing. I don't know if it's people finally waking up and paying attention and new voters.
Yeah.
I hope it's both.
Yeah.
Right. I hope both people are waking up to pay attention. Whether you like the man or hate the man, that's on you. That's
Sure,
fine.
sure.
I don't care about his personal.
No, of course not.
Is he an ass in person?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well,
I don't know him personally.
you know what? I've worked with a lot
What
of
I care about
assholes.
is my country.
Yeah, I've
What I
worked
care
with
about is
people- yeah,
my kids and
absolutely.
my people as
Yes,
a whole, right?
yes.
And my freedom, my constitution. Those are the things I believe. I'm a Republican because I believe in conservatism, right? I believe in my constitution. These are my rights. These are not negotiable.
Absolutely.
These are not for you to take from me because you have enough votes to say, well, they said we can change it now.
Yeah.
You're not changing
That makes
it.
you dangerous, bro.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
That
And
makes you
that's why I'm
dangerous.
targeted a lot. And I'm
Yep.
used to being the targeted. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that, right?
Yep.
I don't get frantic. I don't back out of things.
No.
I will show up. I'll be here. I'll answer those questions. You don't like the answers, that's on you.
So what was the moment? Where was the moment you're like, this is it? I'm going to run for mayor. I am making it. Like, I am doing it. Like you've run for city council a couple of times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So but
honestly,
you-
that's what changed me.
Yeah,
Was the city council stuff.
Okay.
So back in 2014, we originally moved to Somerset for a couple years, right? My daughter was in school one day. They were hiding about there was some drugs going on, kids bringing alcohol and water bottles. There was a lot of stuff going on, and they were covering it up. And my daughter would come home and she recorded this stuff and showed us like what was going on, right?
Yeah.
What the kids were doing. It's like this was middle school.
Oh, jeez.
This was middle school, right? I won't say the school.
Yeah.
And do I think it's a lot more tame now? To an extent, right? The securities are.
But it always gets worse. It always gets worse before it gets better.
There's more
right?
security there now than there was then,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right,
So we
right.
went to Somerset, right? I rented a house out there, ended up buying the house out there, went to school out there, and then you started seeing kind of the same things. It was just more like towny stuff,
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. What year is this? This is like.
So 2014 was when we bought the house out
Okay,
there,
all right, okay, all right.
And so for a few years, started paying attention, and I've been in the military. I saw what Obama did to the military. I saw what Democrats were doing to the military. I saw them, and obviously that personally affected me. And I
course.
started to pay attention a lot more
See, Jordan said the
around
same thing.
2006,
Yeah.
2008 was where I really started to pay attention.
Yep.
2010, 2012, I was going to a lot of schools. I was going to, try out for everything. I tried out for special forces. I went to air assault schools, combative schools. I was doing things that I never thought I could do because
awesome, man.
it was ignorance. I didn't know what I didn't know, right?
12-year-old homeless
And then
kid.
I became, correct. Then I became a recruiter because for me, wait a minute, I can help kids like me get out of the city, get college educations, get ahead, get job skills, and do these things. You know how many kids I can help doing
Run for
that?
mayor.
Right.
Bro.
I can save so many kids.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, right? I became the best at it. I love doing it. I have, I can show you, there's not a negative mark on my record, right? On as far as the military goes.
Yeah.
Civilian world, maybe. But as far as the military goes, I've done it all. I've gotten awards for everything. I worked with the schools. I came and taught classes for free as a recruiter in the military.
But
as
you're a
master
sergeant
trainer.
now. You're currently a sergeant.
I'm a master sergeant.
Master sergeant.
So I'm
Wow.
an EA. So one level above,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
below the top, right?
Yep.
I am on my way out though, just so we're clear on that. Brain aneurysm, life. A lot
I
of
wanna
things
talk a little bit about
A lot
that,
of things
but we'll
happened
get
in
there,
the
we'll
last
get
2
there.
years
Yeah,
where it's just not conducive to my lifestyle anymore.
Sure.
I love everything that I've done. I love what the National Guard has done for me.
Yeah.
If you're confused and don't know where to go from there, hey, listen to a recruiter. Maybe he can help you. Right? It's not for everybody.
Sure.
And go and listen to everybody. Don't just listen to the first person that talks to you. It's like we do with candidates, right?
Right,
Don't
right,
that
right,
first
right,
one sounded
right.
really good, right?
Yeah, right, right.
Don't listen to that guy. Listen to everybody, and then make your judgment, right? So, and that's what I was doing. And the
Do
more
you
and
think
more I
you'd be
paid
here without
attention.
it? Do you think you'd be here without that? Without that military background? Do you think you'd still be sitting here?
No, I'd be an entrepreneur somewhere.
Yeah, right.
I'd be
right.
doing different things, but I would have learned a lot
Yeah,
more.
but when did you
I learned
know?
a lot of my lessons the hard way.
When did you know?
When did I know I wanted to run for office?
Did you just want to be something, bro? You're like
the first time.
I'm
The
not,
first time I was running for city council, I pretty much sold my house, moved back to the city to personally run for city council because somebody told me my opinion didn't matter. You see, right? All the volunteer work that I'm doing, all the kids that I work with in the city, all the families that I help in the city.
No youth,
I've been doing
no
that for
youth
years.
left behind,
even when
right?
even when I left there for a couple years, right,
Yeah.
and came back, even while I was there, I was vice president of the Fall River Falcons. I was coaching. I was doing all this stuff. I've been volunteering with the Boys and Girls Club for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? I've been doing this stuff. And when somebody told me, and it was a city council that told me this, I won't bring up names.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. City council told me, well, lucky for us, your opinion doesn't matter here because you don't do anything here. You don't raise a family here. You don't do anything here for these. You don't do anything for these kids here. I said, okay. I sold my house within 45 days.
Wow.
Bought my house at the top of the market at that point, right?
Sure,
top of the market would be now, right?
Yeah,
but at that point, it was
then.
top of the market.
Yeah.
COVID was happening, right? All this stuff was coming into play, right?
So 2019, 2020?
2020. October 2020 is when I bought my house. Okay? My taxes there were $3,500, $3,400. They were about $8,000.
Dude, you're a man of action. I love it. I love it.
I came here. I moved here.
Yeah.
I put my papers in and I said I'm running for office.
Oh, dude.
And the first thing I did was go and meet that gentleman. All right? And I told him, you're going to face me every election. You're going to face me every polling. You're going to face me at every meeting until you answer for everything that you said you were going to do and didn't do. And I'm going to be there to call you out whether I'm on the council or not. So what I found when I was running for city council was every time I pull papers, here comes 30 people from, the WSAR crowd, the same campaigns, the same faces, right? The Flanagan regime, the Coogan regime.
Yeah.
It's all the same people, just different faces.
I see it now, bro. I've never seen it. I see it now.
Right?
I see it now.
So you have,
Yeah.
and Flanagan as a businessman, good for him. Good on him. Success. I love that for you.
It's like a cabal, bro.
Love that for you, right? Be the neighborhood drug dealer. I love that for you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do. If it's legal, it's legal. I don't care.
Sure.
My issue is when you sit here and you fail the people and you just give these general answers and general ideas, and then you go and run campaigns and you go and work behind people. What does that say? That says it's just you're being led by more of the same, right? It's two sides of the same coin.
Absolutely.
Right? It's like that double-headed coin, right?
Absolutely.
So you got him on one end doing that stuff. You got Coogan and his crew on this end doing that stuff. They're all being pushed by WSAR. Sue is on this committee, but she's back in this. So everybody's connected. They're all the same people. They just got different faces, right? If that's the case, and we're going to keep voting in the same people, we're going to get the same product. You can't do that. But
especially
I found
unopposed, bro. Like a lot. Like Linda Purr is unopposed. Like nobody runs. You know what I mean? Like not that I'm picking on her, but
hater or lover, Linda is part of the problem, but part of the solution.
Yes,
right?
agreed.
Because Linda has the following to make this city great, and has the knowledge and the attention of the people to do that, right?
But I feel like I feel like she's lazy, and I don't mean that. I'm not being disrespectful. I think it's
Linda responds when you call.
It's always the easy answer.
I shouldn't have to call you to know the problems in the city.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Yes, proactive.
Hate or love Linda.
Yep.
Again, I'm not a fan. I can care less, right?
Yep.
Whether she likes me or not, I don't really care. At the end of the day, I don't have friends. Like I said, my daughter is my campaign manager. I don't go out looking for special people and special interests. You want to come and give me information? I'll listen to everybody.
Sure.
I keep my circle about this big, right? That
Smart.
big.
Better to have 4 quarters than 10 and 100 pennies.
I
brother.
owe not a single person anything, right? I got Carol Fiola. I don't think we've ever met. Oh, we've met. You just don't remember because I wasn't important to what you needed.
There it is.
But we're going to have
I
conversations.
did read that. That was well said.
I forget the exact wording.
Well
It might be. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
I forget
well
the exact
said.
wording.
Well said.
But at the end of the day, we're going to have a
Yes.
lot of conversations
Well
because she's like, "Oh, we should have a conversation." We're going to have lots of conversations. I assure you're not going to like 90% of them. Maybe you'll like 10% of them. Maybe you'll wake up and realize that people need actual leadership.
Sure.
And stop taking care of everything else, right? Stop the special interest stuff.
Sure. So you're running for city council.
Yep, I'm running for city council, but you see all these people come out, right? Look at the city council numbers now that I'm not running for city council, right? There's 5 or 6 new ones coming out. You don't even need to have it, right? There's not 15, 20 people coming out of the woodwork all from the same crew. Why? Because they don't need them to split votes anymore. See? So running for mayor,
I didn't even see
running
that.
for mayor
I didn't
for
even
me,
see that angle. Slick.
well, here's the thing.
Slick, bro.
He can't put people to split votes besides the people he has, right?
Yeah.
The people that are running these campaigns are all the same people, right? So don't look at the face of the campaign. Look who's behind it, right?
Wow.
At the end of the day,
Bro, I didn't even think of that.
nobody does, right? Well, that's what they don't want you to think. They don't want you to see that, right? At the end of the day, if he sits here and pulls too many people from his party, they're going to split their own votes. He has to face me. He has to face me now. It's not an option. He has to debate. He has to face you.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And does he have all the answers in his little book and his whole team of counsel and everybody else behind him? Of course he does. He's been doing his job for 6 years.
Sure,
And
sure.
look where we are.
Right.
He's doubled
Right.
our budget, lowered our education. Crime is through the roof.
Yes.
Special interest. All of these pay raises. $600,000 this year. $580,000 last year. We cannot afford this kind of leadership anymore. I don't care who you like or don't like. If you don't like my attitude or the way I come across, or I sound arrogant to you, I apologize, but I don't.
But I think
I'm a father. I'm a taxpayer.
Absolutely.
I'm just like you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm standing up for the same things you are. My grocery bill, so I went to Colin's event the other day, and somebody was talking to me about groceries or whatever, and a certain political member, I won't say names because I don't like to do that to people, right? Sure. He's like, I don't know how you do it. He's like, it's just me, her, and the child, and I just had to pay $270 or whatever it was for food. I was like, you want to see my grocery bill,
bro?
Because I keep the proof, right? I keep the receipts. My grocery bill on average is between $550 and $750 a week. Wow. A week, okay? And that's not a show-off thing. That's God, where am I going to get this from?
Right.
I have to make money and earn money too, so I got to go and hustle twice as hard. So when you say, where do you find the time? How do you do all this? It's not an option for me, right? It's not an option. My kids have a certain lifestyle they're used to. They didn't plan on their lives, blowing up the way it did the last couple of years. But at the end of the day, it's my job. I'm their dad.
Example, bro.
They rely on me to set that example. They rely on me to make sure that their lives aren't affected because of what happened, right? And all these things that can happen. So when I tell you how are these families paying these rents? How are these families paying these grocery prices? How are these families paying these parking tickets that you want to give them because you want to give tips to these millionaires to build all these apartments, but then the parking falls on the people who never asked for any of this. These buildings don't pay a single dollar to the city.
There you go.
There's no taxes coming to the city from these.
Right.
But you're telling me, the population hasn't grown. It's the same. Then why are we building 80, 90, 100 units?
Why?
Why are we doing that?
Yes.
I'd rather sit here. I'd rather have Bobby come to me. I'd rather have these homeowners come to me. Hey, I got this piece of land. I'd like to build a 3-family here. Cool. I'd rather give you a variance. I'd rather give you the zoning requirement as a taxpayer, right?
Yes.
Not only are you going to pay $250,000, maybe $300,000 to build a house. I mean, you guys probably know better than I do construction, right?
Yep.
So whatever it costs to build a brand new house right now is much cheaper than what it would cost to go and buy one, right? I do real estate. I'll tell you right now, you're not getting a 3-family for under $650,000.
Right.
And that's a fixer-upper, right?
Right.
So I sell them for $800,000. I don't make the prices, the market does.
Sure.
The people do. I just have a job to do to protect my clients, and that's what I do. I protect my people as best I can. I facilitate the deals. I take care of people as best I can, and that's what I do. I'm in the people business.
Sure.
So when I sit here and you come to me and you say, hey, I want to build a property on my property, I'd rather that 3-family unit go to a taxpayer, right, that's paying taxes. Now I got another property that's going to pay taxes, but here's the catch. What I need you to do for me, in order for us to give you that, we need to have a give and take, right? And it's not he's trying to bribe people.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you right now, it's expensive to live based on the cost today. Were your cost $1 million for that house? No, they were $250,000. So your costs are minimal.
Absolutely.
So why do you have to do market rate rents in your house?
You don't.
You don't, right?
You don't.
Can you give me 10 years
Yep.
of you need to be under a certain percentage of market rate rents to take care of the citizens of Fall River,
Yes.
take care of our family and
Yes.
friends, take care of our homegrown people, and keep those rents
Yes.
lower.
Yes.
Does that affect these
Everybody
millionaires?
wins.
Does that affect these other investors?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't,
No,
because they're
no.
still going to get there.
Absolutely. Everybody wins.
I can't build a 3-family house on every property, right?
Right,
So
right.
there's going to be a select few people that can do this.
Sure.
But if there's 100 new houses,
Yep.
is that worth it?
Yeah.
That's 300 families that we just saved money, that
Right.
we just helped get ahead.
Yes.
People don't think outside the box because they're paid for by the people that keep them in the box. Nobody's going to pay me to keep me in the box.
Right.
3 things are going to happen when I get in office. People are going to be removed. Boards are going to be changed over. Citizens are going to understand that taxes are not going up under my regime for those reasons. If it's a public safety thing, listen, I can't control that. I have no choice. We have to be safe, right? I don't care. What people don't understand is I can hire 100 firefighters right now, and I would love to. I want to, right?
Yep.
And I plan to. I want to get them staffed to full strength.
Sure.
Whatever it takes to do that, I'm going to work towards to do.
Yep.
I want to make that very, very clear. My police departments, my fire departments, my EMS are going to be taken care of to the fullest extent that we can afford to do, right? But if I hire 100 firefighters tomorrow and we're way overstaffed and we got it all, one of these high rises goes up in flames. Do you think they can make any difference?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Right.
Do they have the apparatus to make that work, to fix that, to do that?
Right.
No. We're going to have another casualty, another mass casualty, and we don't have the ability to stop it.
Right.
All right. So putting elderly people on 10th floors, 14 floors, 16 floors, what are we doing? Right? Is that helping them?
No.
I don't think so. No. Right.
These stretchers don't even fit in the elevator. They put them in they shove them in that elevator and they try to get them up.
Most of them can't take the stairs.
Exactly.
What are you going to do when you can't use an elevator in the case of a fire? What do you do? Right. We don't have it. Oh, they got sprinkler systems. Cool. So did the Gabriel house.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's a tragedy any way you look at it. So we need to address those things from a real common sense perspective. And that's all I'm bringing to the table is common sense. These are just ideas, right?
Yeah,
These are common sense ideas to help the taxpayers, to help the people, to help the elderly. So when I look at, giving that taxpayer that break, listen, I'm not against Kadiro, right? Kadiro is a brilliant man. I wish he would teach me how to do what he's doing, right?
The secret
I
sauce.
love success. I'm a capitalist. I'm all for that. But at the end of the day, I need you, Kadiros of the world, to step in and really help the city. You want those buildings? I'll give them to you. Help the damn city. Help the city.
Yeah, make it count.
I don't need your bid of $5,000 to make $20 million. I need you to really step up and put your money where your mouth is and help the city. You want taxes? You want TIFs? You want all this other stuff? Sure. Show me how that benefits this taxpayer. Show me how that benefits my child. Show me how that benefits the citizens of this city. And I'm all in. If you think making more market rate housing is helping, it's not. And I'm a real estate agent. I can make millions renting these things out. Because the turnover rate, I can do this all day. That's cutting my own throat. I don't care. I don't care because at the long run, it's not helping anybody except that one person or that one group or that investment, whatever it may be. I'm all for investing. I buy property. I want to do it. I want to invest. But I don't want to invest where it's market rate housing. And I have a hard time renting it out, finding people that are qualified. Look at all these programs to pay for it. Well, that's tax dollar money.
And I'll say this. Coogan said it. He said vouchers. He said, hey, Boston, if you don't want them, we'll take them. His words.
I know.
His words.
I know.
And so
you don't think that's part of the deal, the kickback?
And so I'm just tying this all together,
we know
bro.
It's all part of the deal.
Tying this all together.
We know who they know.
Why
do you think Maura's been down here more in the last 6 months than she's been in her whole life?
100%.
Why?
Yes.
Because they're friends. They're right. The state reps, the friends.
Absolutely.
These are all friends. Okay. You want change? Stop voting for the same people. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's 2 incumbent people that I'm voting for, maybe 3 that I'm voting for in city council. That's it. And that's because I believe they genuinely can do better for the taxpayer, and they're going to. But who knows? Do I think the Lindas can wake up and be like, hey, this kind of leadership is what we need? Because Linda does care about the kids. I'll give her that. If I ever call Linda or you ever call Linda and you say, hey, we want to do this for the kids. Are you in? Absolutely. Let me make some calls. Linda makes those.
I don't know her.
She makes those calls. Right? She'll do that stuff. You got something wrong in your neighborhood, Linda's a call away, and she'll make that happen. But so will Cliff, so will Kadeem, so will Dion. So I think even Kilby, right? Maybe. At the end of the day, she'll do that. And she has that. She has such a following and an ability to get things done. I just think she needs the right people in charge to say, these are my goals.
I like that. That's fair.
I think they align with her, and I think she'll get it done. Right? That's what I'm hoping. Let Linda speak for herself.
Sure.
I see her that way. Do I believe that she's going to make the change on her own? I don't. Do I think she'll go with status quo if he's reelected or these other guys get in that have no idea what they're doing, but they're being run by the same people who've already destroyed our city? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you got to go along to get along.
How many veterans did we house with ARPA money?
Not enough. I don't even have the numbers right now. But at the end of the day, the ARPA money was not used to take care of what needed to be taken care of. I'm all for the boxing lessons. I'm all for that stuff. Did it generate anything long-term for these kids to stay off the streets? Did it generate programs long-term to keep kids off the streets? Did it generate income for the city? I proposed so many ideas. What was some... incinerator, right? Incinerator's a whole other disaster, right?
Too, bro. Yeah,
that one's a disaster.
Yes.
Why didn't we go top of the line, do it the right way, out of the way? Now we got all these other towns and cities bringing everything to us, but we have a top of the line facility where we can take care of it, right? They're paying us to get rid of the trash. Instead, we're paying triple every year to get rid of our own trash. What are we doing? So we're still at that cost, right? Who's negotiating these contracts? Transportation for schools. Important. How many companies do we have? So we went from $5 million when he started, roughly, to $15 million. Fuel's at the lowest cost it's been in a decade, right?
More DEF, bro. You don't have to use DEF anymore.
Let's be real, right? Fuel's the lowest it's ever been. So what are these costs that are really gone up to charge another $10 million for the same routes, same kids, same schools, same population? We're building all these houses, right? We're
Right.
building all this housing for all of our citizens that didn't grow.
Yeah.
It's not illegals that are coming here. We're not bringing people in, right? We're not shifting all
But there is
Boston.
an expense there, Boomr, and the
Correct.
expense is in the repairs of these vehicles.
Correct.
You know, because these buses have to drive over these potholes.
Yeah, if you fix these roads, you wouldn't have as many repairs.
There it is right there.
So one thing it leads to another.
Absolutely,
It's a trickle-down
bro.
effect.
Yes,
However, $10 million in repairs? Bobby, I could give you $10 million right now. If I sat here and said, I want Amarals, I want Trembleys, I want everybody here.
Yep.
Who can do this for $10 million? You think somebody's going to raise their hand? I do. And if nobody raises their hand because they all want to stay and keep taking taxpayer money, because everybody thinks you got to, this is a government contract.
Yes,
we can charge whatever we want.
Right.
That contract is attached to the taxpayer's hard work and sweat off his back.
Absolutely.
Okay? That's the wrong mentality. I can sit here at the same way, my mind thinking, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm thinking, how much does it cost to buy a bus? How much is a bus? Let's look it up, right? $80,000, $100,000. Say it's $150,000.
Yep.
How much is 20 buses? Do the math. If I offer you $10 million, can you start a bus company and still profit?
There you go. There
Done.
it is.
Problem solved.
Yes.
The problem is these
EMS.
companies are all known.
Yes.
They all know these people. They're all in
Yep.
cahoots. They're all donors. Look
Yep.
at the donor list on Coogan. Look at my donor list. You know who donated to me? Me. Okay? I transferred $5,000 to my account, loan it to myself. I'll run my campaign. I owe nobody nothing. These people that are giving me checks for $50, $20, when those get deposited, I appreciate you. I love it and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yep.
It helps and I do it. But I'd rather owe that person what I say. I'd owe that person my word over owing that person a job, a contract, whatever it may be.
Sure.
And we do too much of that here. I can negotiate with the best of them, right? I sold war for a living.
Yeah.
You think I can sell? You think I'd sell school buses?
Right.
I think I'll be okay.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate. Let me say,
course.
wouldn't you be too busy? Wouldn't you be too busy to be negotiating that?
No.
Would you be not paying attention to other things that require your attention?
Yeah, my
right?
family.
Right.
My family. And I've had the conversation with my family before I did this. So I hired a nanny. I have my family situated. My family schools are consolidated. I've worked with every facet of my home to get to this point, all while healing from the aneurysm and all that stuff that I had to learn to walk again, talk again, do that stuff, right? Yeah. So I came to this point seeing what my family was able to do. I coddled them, right? I babied them.
Sure.
But when I was down, they
Right.
pulled through, right? They saw and learned, and I didn't realize they were learning and picking up these things from me until I saw it in action.
It's amazing.
And I didn't have a choice, right?
Yep.
So for me, I have a 23-year-old. I have an 18-year-old. I have adult children, right? I have children that are in high school and teens.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
something similar happened to me, and as proud as I was of my kids, it was so hard for me to accept it, bro.
Right.
You know, I almost resisted. I resisted.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like I don't want you not to need me as much
there
anymore,
it is,
right?
bro. You know what I mean?
Where's that breaking
right,
point?
Yes.
Where's that breaking
bro?
point?
Yes.
And it's hard. It's hard.
Man. Yeah.
You know, this one.
I feel that, bro. I feel that.
My oldest went away to Westfield State. It was a small school, but still away from home. That was kind of like her first time of really being on her own. You're talking about a kid who went to her first job interview, and they asked, well, what experience do you have? And she's like, how are you an adult? What do you want to do? She's like, well, my mom still cuts my grapes for dinner, so there's that. You know what I mean? Like that's how coddled my kids were for a time. You know, but she grew up and she's so independent. She doesn't call me for anything. Doesn't need me for anything. And it's like, hey, do you need a couple $2 to go out? Do you want to go do something? Here's a gift card. Go out. I was gonna go to dinner, but I don't have time because I got to take your brothers to baseball. And she doesn't even want to take it. You know. So there's a point where it's like it just happens. You know, and I love that for her. And where she is now is not where she wants to be. Obviously, like employment wise and work wise, she's got 2 degrees: economics and business management, marketing. She knows what she's doing.
Sure.
And everybody wants experience and wants this, so she's working on that stuff. You know, but she's doing it on her own. She hasn't asked me for a single favor. You know how many connections I have in networking and businesses and schools, and she hasn't asked for a single favor.
Amazing.
She wants to do it on her own. This one. Going to Canada for her first time, her first trip by herself is going to Canada to go visit people that she's worked with in theater and the arts, right? She wants to go to New York and she does these things. So it's like I don't want you enough by yourself. Yes.
Peyton, this is your journey, honey. You take every moment and embrace it and do not take it for granted.
I didn't leave.
Yes.
I didn't leave home like Massachusetts other than going to like Rhode Island for like clubs.
Yeah.
I didn't leave.
The complex, bro. The complex.
Correct, right? Like I was a choreographer. Like I danced. I created Durfee's dance program. Right? I did those things. Right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, my first flight was to basic training. Wow. I was 26 years old.
Wow.
My first flight was to go be yelled at by a bunch of people my age and younger to tell me.
And it was different then, bro.
It was. But I understood why I was doing it. It was definitely different, way different.
Yes.
It's not like it is now.
There was no flags or anything.
Yeah, no, it's a little different. It's still a good.
No.
They did get rid of a lot of that. They did try that under like the liberal side of things. They did try that stuff.
I'm not throwing no hate.
But no, I'll tell you right now, everything a soldier goes through. I don't care if you're Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force. I don't care what you are. You served your country. And that's all that matters, right?
Absolutely.
You're a police officer, you're a firefighter. Sure. You're serving your country, you're serving your people every day.
Yeah.
There is no greater bravery than people that step up to do that. I don't care if you did it because it's a career, because it's what you still do it.
Absolutely.
Those cops that went to the fire and jumped in without any equipment. Why don't we have equipment in cop cars? Why don't we cross-train them so we can all work together? We are a community. We're fighting each other. Every step of the way, we're fighting each other. We have, City Hall is fighting the small businesses. Why? I don't care if a tattoo parlor wants to open on every single storefront on Pleasant Street. Why are we fighting them?
Right.
Oh, you need a sink in every room, and you need the plumbing, and you need to go see these guys and pay these guys. Then you got to go down and pay these guys. For what?
It's like I told Chris.
You can't use a sink. You can't use fall river water on a tattoo, right?
Right.
You got to use distilled water.
Use distilled water.
Why do I have a sink?
Right.
In case of an emergency.
Right.
What emergency?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it just doesn't make sense. They're just following
with regulations.
and
That's
giving
what
you
it is.
correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Our own agenda is to keep just taking and taking and taking.
Yeah.
Why would businesses want to come here? Businesses work. It's simple. It really is simple. People make it more. Oh, well, what are you going to do? The same thing you're doing, man. I'm going to try to get businesses here and make my city better.
Of course.
Come and help me.
Right.
Instead of putting me down, come and help me.
Yes.
I will welcome you with
Fill
open
the
arms.
streets, South
I will
Main
tell you
Street,
my
Pleasant
goals.
Street.
If they
Yes.
align with yours, come and help me.
Yes.
Let's go. I'm volunteering. I'm doing it.
Yes.
I'm going to take a pay cut in office.
Yeah.
Very first thing that I want to do, like I said, there's three things, right? The very first thing I want city council to approve is a pay reduction for the mayor. This is public service. Yes. I don't need to make $150,000, $140,000, whatever it is. I don't even know. Maybe it's $120.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Whatever it is, you're lowering it by $10,000.
Yeah.
That $10,000 I want to utilize where the city needs it most.
Yep.
Reallocate this money and do it right. We have over $500 million. We were doing the same thing with $270 million. We were doing the same thing. Hate him or love him, I don't care. Like, I think he's an idiot. Jazel had a surplus of $9 million. He was running the city on a skeleton crew and still doing it. Do I think that was the right way to do things all the way through? No, we had people running around with their heads.
People don't know that 79 project started with him.
Of course.
People
Why would you want to give credit to that, right?
Right. People won't say that.
Tell Kevin to fix this AC in here, by the way. No.
Amen, bro.
We're going to talk about that, Kevin, on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the good and bad that he did, the problem with him was he thought he was the smartest one in the room and didn't realize he was working with enemies all the time, right? And he got rid of the people that were really running the city.
Yeah.
So he created those enemies and he didn't protect himself.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
I've made enemies my whole life. If you don't like me, it's because you don't know me.
Right.
And you have an agenda.
Yes. And it's not going to be because I stole your Rolex.
I've given the shirt off my back. I'll do whatever it takes to make somebody better, to give somebody a chance.
Yep.
You can look online. You can look, why this is a mayoral candidate and he's commenting to these people.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. Because I know what you're used to, right? I know that you are used to them hiding behind everything. You're used to hiding and them staying in the background and not saying anything so you could say what you want to say. I stood up to bullies my whole life.
Sure.
Do you think you're any different?
Right.
You're not.
Right.
And I'm going to stand up to those same bullies in City Hall, those same bullies on Beacon Hill. And yes, I'm going to get along. I'm going to play along to get along to an extent. Right. That doesn't mean you can buy me. Don't try to buy me. Don't try to threaten me. Don't try to control me. I promise you I'm going to expose it. Win, lose, go to jail, doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now, the City Hall doors to that office are coming off. They're coming off. That office belongs to the taxpayers. You want to come in my office because you have a problem with the city? I want to know about it. There's no stopping at the first floor. Go talk to these guys here. Call this guy first. No, I want to know every problem.
Sure.
I also want receipts.
Sure.
I want receipts from every department. I'm going to sit down with every department head.
So
when we do budgets, I'm going to sit down with them because I'm taking a pay cut.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to pay you $250,000 a year to have the results that we have? And then I can't hire enough, whatever situation is, right? I can't hire enough police officers, but yet my overtime budget is through the roof. That's a problem.
Right.
That's a problem, right?
Because if you hire more officers, then they don't have to work overtime. So
and the crime is down because we have enough, right?
It's easy
Our
math.
police officers are killing themselves
math.
out there.
Basic math.
Majority, right?
Yeah.
They're killing themselves out there.
Yep.
And our DA, our judges, there's politics involved, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to make deals. And they're right back on the streets.
Of course.
I would feel defeated too.
Continuance.
Our cops, our detectives, they're doing a great job. They're doing everything they can.
Yes.
Everything they can. Do we have some bad apples in everything? Of course we do.
Of course.
You think I didn't have bad soldiers and bad leadership?
Right.
I'll tell you right now. I got
Right.
some. I'll show you the paperwork.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the majority outweighs that, right? There's always that's in every career.
Sure.
We weed them out by doing the right thing.
Right.
We weed it out by being better.
Yes.
By giving them the tools they need, giving them everything they need. Fire department, the same thing. EMS, the same thing.
But I think typically that's the minority, and in this case, it's the majority. You've got too many people working the back doors and not enough people opening the front doors.
Correct.
You know, and that
too many people up here.
Yes.
You know, as cliche as it is, it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Absolutely.
That's the problem.
Absolutely.
Too many special
Yes.
cliques, too many special crews.
Yep. Well, you mentioned the police real quick. I want to talk.
Please, by all
so
means.
I know
Pick
that
any topic you want.
So even right
if
now,
I don't know the answers, I'm going to talk.
But, so even right now, the chief of police, I think that's a very hot topic. You know, one thing, the mayor, the chief reports to the mayor. That right? That's it's written that way, and I think that's great. But also, I understand that there needs to be a relationship there, right? So when Chris was sitting, Chris Peckham came in, he sat down to me, and I said, "Tell me about the mechanics of politics, bro. Like, because this is the first time you got in, like." And he says to me, he goes, "Bobby, the first 4 months that I was in office, Coogan and I didn't speak. Like, we don't. Like, he lied to me, and then I never spoke to him again." And I say to myself,
"Sounds about right."
Wow, bro, how is it that we have that level of dysfunction with the office,
the leadership
of that you're supposed to be right, like you're running the city, and you guys don't even talk. Right. And I say to myself, and this is no foul at Chris,
please,
but the truth is, I think it's just as much his obligation as it is Coogan's obligation. Work it out, guys. Like, I don't give a shit
adults,
if you,
right?
you're
Acting like
adults.
children,
I don't
we're
care if you, like you guys don't have to play in the same sandbox. That's
you can watch
fine.
School committee, you can watch city council, you can watch the mayor speak. It doesn't matter. It's all dysfunction, right?
Yes.
I agree.
So you need the connector, bro. You need the person who can work.
I have
through
zero
that, bro.
desire to fight with the city council.
There you go.
My goal is to work together. They're all running on this. We're here for the taxpayer.
Yep.
I'm going to put their money where their mouth is. Show me you are here to represent the taxpayer.
Sure.
Show me, work with me. There's a lot of things I'm going to have to learn in office, right? Because until you're mayor, you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the inner workings, all the solutions to dealing with this union to this union.
It's a helicopter view right now, bro.
You got a mayor right now that his brother ran the union. His other brother was the head of the school department. They're all negotiating their own contracts. No conflict of interest there, right?
Right. Seriously.
At the end of the day, I've asked all of the cop friends that I know, right? What do you think of the chief? What do you like about this chief? What about the old chief? I worked with Paul, minimally, as a National Guard, recruiter and stuff like that, trying to bring things for free to the city. And I told them about events, how they can utilize us and save the city money.
Sure,
right?
Sure, right. For recruitment, right?
The Massachusetts Army National Guard, whether I have issues with certain leadership or not, doesn't matter. As a whole, that organization can do so much for a community, and it costs you $0.
So why not take it?
$0.
Why not take it?
You're talking about, these people are educators. They're all networking. They're police officers. They're firefighters. They are working with cable systems. They're working in air traffic control. They can get you into fields that you never thought possible.
Yeah. Why
are we not utilizing them, right? That's free. It's free. When I went to Durfee to teach, and Mayor Flanagan, at the time, it was Amy Bronhard who wrote me up for an award from the school committee. He was the mayor at the time. And I got that award from the school committee to go teach classes and help these kids and doing things, right? I had the programs all free for them. You know what they told me? And not Amy. Amy didn't say anything. It had nothing to do with her. It was higher up, obviously. I was told, no, we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this program because this person knows this person, and this program is gonna cost us $9 million. You wasted $9 million on a program that the Massachusetts Army National Guard was giving to you for free. For free. Yeah. And that's what we do. We pay our friends and family. I don't.
That's so obvious.
I don't.
That's so obvious, bro. That's not even.
You're
not even trying. You're not even trying to hide it. Yeah, you're not even trying to hide it. Like you're not even.
But they don't have to.
Yeah, man.
People have accepted it. You know why people say, "Oh, I don't vote anymore because of this," or "I'm not doing this anymore because," at the end of the day, they all get bid. It's the same people. It's the same faces. Then stop voting for the same faces.
Right.
Get out and vote.
Yes.
We got people that are running that have never voted.
10% of the vote.
We got people that are running that have never voted, but now telling people you need to vote with your civic duty.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't think it was important then. You didn't think it was important during a recall election. You didn't think it was important when fire departments were underfunded. You didn't think it was important when police chiefs were under investigations and we got 5 of them in 9 years. Yes. You didn't think any of this was important. You didn't think school budgeting was important for the average taxpayer. You didn't think the homeless problem was important until you could record yourself.
Devastating,
so
bro.
as ignorant as that sounds, I'm not attacking people for what they do, right? And I know he's going to take it personal, and you can take it however you want. I'm not here to be your friend or your enemy. At the end of the day, you're bringing to the table awareness, and I love that. I love that, right? I love that for this man.
Yep.
He brought awareness, whether he did it for self-glory, whatever reasons that we think it is, I don't care. He brought awareness to problems that we really have, and he had the following to do so.
Yep.
I love that, and I appreciate every second of that he did that.
Okay.
I don't have to agree with him politically.
No, of course
I don't
not.
have to agree with him as a person and what he does or his agendas.
Yep.
I don't care.
Yep.
He did something good for the city by bringing that attention. Because when, as you can see, when I do all these things, I don't bring a camera. I don't want that, right? I don't want that attention.
Right.
The attention is to take care of these people, to take care of the kids, to do these programs, right? So when I'm looking at it from my perspective, is it right or wrong? I don't know. Is his right or wrong? I don't know. I appreciate what he's doing on that level.
Yeah.
But the pettiness and the other nonsense and all this other stuff and the tit for tat and the trying to bring people down and make it like you're better than everybody, I don't agree with that, right? That's not a personality trait that's good for. We have photo op mayor now, and we saw what that 6 years of that did.
Yes.
We got this person being run by a mayor who was recalled, being funded by this man's bringing his signs to his events and showing up and getting him to these events. And yeah, he's got a following, and good for him. I'm glad he's got that following. But if you were going to fix the city, you would have done so in your time. You wouldn't have been recalled. You would have done so in your time, and you wouldn't have charged for purple bags that ripped. You wouldn't have charged people extra money. We have enough extra fees.
Yep.
I'm going to fight these water fees. I'm going to fight these people and their pensions and these salaries that go to anybody except where it belongs. Our teachers need the help. Our police department needs help. Our fire department needs help. EMS is doing a great job of actually being self-sufficient.
So I wanted to talk about that.
I'm
because,
actually, it's a great, but we knew that was going to be a program. Why we separated it, why we took him out of here and gave money to his and created more positions, I don't know. But I don't totally disagree with them being their entity. But here's the thing. If hear me out. If our fire department and EMS were one, our police department and traffic department were one, not separate and taking and moving money to general fund so we can go pay these guys, stop it. Stop it. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a receipt for every dollar that comes out of every department.
Love it.
If you don't have a receipt, you will be removed.
I love it.
Any which way I have to do that, legally, unions, city council, I don't care. School committee's got to remove you. I don't care what it is. If you don't have a receipt and a reason for not having a receipt for these taxpayers to explain it, you're being removed. That's in my mind.
Checks and balances.
That's theft.
Yep.
It's theft.
100%.
This is not your bank book.
Yes.
This is not your checkbook.
Yes.
This is not your account.
Yes.
That money belongs to the taxpayers. They are owed an explanation, and you're going to give it to them.
Just because you didn't get caught doesn't mean you weren't stealing.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And that's it. Like,
and speaking of getting caught, I'm all for an audit. If we can afford it and we can do it without increasing taxpayer money, I want it. And I'm telling you right now, I want the city council to back it. You all ran on being there for the taxpayers. You want to be there for the taxpayers? Show them where their money's been going. Show them how we're going to reallocate that money and fix the problems. Because you all know Kadeem, Cliff, Linda, Kilby, Dion, they are all smarter than I am. Did you know that? It's weird, right? You're all smarter than me. You know how to track this money better than me. You've been in these positions long enough to know how to do this. Help me find the money so we can make our city better as a whole. I will work with every one of them inside and out. I'm not going downstairs to fight with them. They can call me down. Hey, what do you want to do? How do you want to do this? How can we help you do this? That's what I want. That's the relationship I want. I don't want to go downstairs or send my, the council downstairs at $250 an hour. Why? I don't want to do that. That's costing us more money.
Right.
I want to come down. Be like, hey, how are we going to fix this?
Yes.
I don't have an answer for that. I'd like to do this. Can you guys help guide me on how we can do that?
Right.
Instead, we got people out here grandstanding and saying, well, that's not our job. Your job is to take care of the taxpayer. It is your job. It is your job. Your job is not to do my job for me. You're correct. And I appreciate that. But I'll hire somebody to do that job for me. But understand when it comes to election time, I'm going to make sure the taxpayers are aware that when I wanted to work with you, you chose not to.
Right.
Right? Like, we don't have to have that kind of mentality, that kind of attitude. And I really don't believe any of them. I'm saying their names because they have the qualifications.
No, of course.
They are the faces, right? They have the qualifications. Those are the people that I would go to with questions. And I appreciate their intelligence and their knowledge and their experience, right?
Sure.
So I say their names because of that. I don't say their names because I'm against them. One of them I'm against. I'm not going to lie. Two of them, actually. But the other ones I'm all for. I'm not going to tell you which ones. But at the end of the day, there's so many ways to make it better and faster and more efficient and effective. I can do more. If I don't do what I say I'm going to do in my first term, I'm not even going to run. Like, if I can't accomplish half of what I'm trying to do.
Sure.
Some of this is going to take time, right? Because
course,
I got to wait
of
for
course.
contracts.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get in office.
Process,
it's going to be fed
process.
through a fire hose. It's budget season. It's
Yeah.
all the nonsense, right? So it's a lot of learning curve that's going to come my way, and I'm going to get hit with that.
Sure.
But I love working under pressure. I joined the military for a reason, right? Like, I can handle pressure. You put me in any environment, I'm going to survive. I was homeless. I survived. I was broke. I survived. I was a young father. I survived. I died. I survived. You know, like,
Right.
every time something happens to me, I'm better. I get better. And I want to be better for the people. And I want to show them that they can do that. I want to show our youth that they can do that. There's a way out. This city is not as small as you think it is. Leave your neighborhood. Find positive results, right? We have a school system that secludes certain kids. As long as they can still get paid for those kids, they just forget about them.
Yeah.
Forget about them, right?
Yep.
RPA is not a school system to help our kids. It's a system that literally just keeps the kids that they don't want to deal with and they don't want to ruin their numbers in their prissy schools. And that's it.
Right.
Those kids deserve a chance. Those kids deserve to be around positive influences too. We have teachers that genuinely care about those kids. The staff at RPA that has to deal with the being hurt, being hit, dealing with those tougher kids.
Sure.
You think they don't want to? You think they don't care about those kids?
Right.
Why would they go to work the next day?
Right.
Of course they do. It's not a dig on the staff
Right.
that I want to close that school and put those kids back into. I was told the other day, it's like, oh, you're gonna put them back in Gen Pop, like it's a prison. People talk about that school like it's a prison. Go look at the remarks of the new principal, right? Oh, good luck with that school. Good luck. Oh, I hope she can handle us. That's the wrong mentality.
Yeah, right.
I don't agree with that principal being hired.
Sure.
She's got lawsuits and all kinds of stuff that I'm aware of right now that came out. And
But why would you?
that's not the
Why
kind
would
of
you
stuff
even
I
have
want.
that mentality? Why wouldn't you?
Correct.
As a leader in the education system, why wouldn't you automatically have the thought, "Hey, how do we help these people?"
Correct.
Not, "Hey, good luck to you," as opposed to saying, "Hey, how do I get involved? How do I? What do you need from me and my resources and my people so that we can support each other?"
Social media is great, isn't it?
Right, bro? It's
Social
amazing.
media brings out 99% negative
Yeah.
and 1% positive.
Yeah.
And that was where I was getting at with I'll say it, with the Christopher stuff, right?
Yep.
He's got that positive stuff. He's got a positive ability about him that he can genuinely bring awareness. Hey, maybe come in and help with tourism. Find those areas. Bring those people in. Maybe come and do that stuff.
Sure.
Do I think you're qualified to be a mayor? I don't. I don't. Well, I'm great at building teams. Building teams to go clean up trash is a big difference than running a city that with $500 million.
Right.
Than running the school department with $300 million.
Right.
It's a big difference, and it's not a hit on those people that are helping and doing that stuff. Thank you all. Like, I've had people come and do that with me.
Right, because they don't have to
And
do
I'm
that.
sorry
Yeah.
I didn't bring the
Yeah.
camera for
Yeah.
you to get
Yeah.
the light, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Right.
but I'm not.
Right.
I don't care. That's not why we're there. That's not why
Right.
we're doing it, right?
Right.
He did a great job bringing awareness, and I love that for him, and I appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
And I want to thank him for that.
Sure.
But at the same time, that doesn't make you qualified to run a city that you've never even paid attention to or saw the problems for. And then it's like, well, he kind of just got here.
Yeah.
For 58 years, what did you do? He put out a video himself. I think these are his words, right? The video himself of, I can't work with math. I can't work with comprehension. I have social anxiety. How are you going to negotiate contracts with these people who don't want to talk to you? They look at you like the enemy.
Yeah.
How are you going to go to the state and get the funding? How are you going to go to the federal government and get the funding that we need? How are you going to work with all these people if you can't take that criticism, if you can't handle that, if you don't even know the math to go with it?
Sure.
I'm not saying that you're not. I'm not digging on you for education level. We've all had our problems. We've all been abused. Like I said, I've been homeless since I was 12 years old.
Yep.
He dealt with his own issues. I'm sorry you dealt with that. You're going to surround yourself with the right people. Well, the right people already failed because the right people that are behind you right now already failed our city. We're recalled for failing our city. Charged our city more money. Put our city in the predicament we're in today.
Yep.
Right? Had the same crime family mentality that we have today.
Yeah.
So for the last 10 years, 15 years, whatever it may be, we've had the same people.
Yes.
Different front man, same people, same results. It's the definition of insanity, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
Right?
So that's what he said.
Correct. It's
Einstein.
a definition of insanity.
Yep.
I don't care. Coogan was a nice guy until you disagree with him. Christopher's a nice guy until he blocks you because you disagree with him. Right? I'm not here to bash any other people or do all that. I don't want to get into that stuff because I can do this all day. I can go after Coogan. I can go after Christopher. I can go after Carlos. It's not about that. But it's pointing out
as a
common
citizen,
sense.
first, you're a boomer. You're a
I'm
citizen.
a taxpayer.
You're a taxpayer. You're a citizen.
If I lose,
yes,
you're going to be my mayor.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now, that's not who I'd vote for. And it's not a personal dig. He might be a great guy as a person.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm glad you are. You're not a person when you're running the city. You are the leader of this city. You're not just the vice principal.
Yeah.
It's not above your pay grade, like this current administration says, right?
Yes.
You're not a vice principal.
No.
You weren't a vice principal when you were a vice principal.
Yeah.
I was there. I know.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you're getting in this position. Yes, you need to build that strong team. The strong team doesn't consist of the same recycled people that have already ruined the city,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
We got the person that's ruining our city now, the person that ruined our city then. Everything else is in between.
Yeah, and then the cronies are all running the city. They're all on the outside skirts. They're
Same
all
people.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
Go back and look at the
Yes.
history, right? Go look at the pictures.
Yes.
Go look at the videos. Go look at the, I want to thank him for doing all this work. And I want to
Yes.
thank him for this award. And look at the
Yes.
money I just gave this guy for this award.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
We're cycling through the same people with different faces, different front men.
Yeah.
And women, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Hopefully we get a woman soon. Maybe. Who knows, right?
It's possible.
Listen, I assure you, there are maybe 92% of the population here could probably do a better job than I can, but they don't step up to do so. I'm here. I'm stepping up to do so. I take all the hits. I take all the criticism. I take all the fake accounts and the made up stories and the nonsense, just like Christopher's doing, just like Carlos is doing, just like, I don't know his name, whatever he's doing, just like
You know
Coogan's
what the funny
doing.
thing is, people do crazy shit for money, and
They do.
And I think people lose sight of that. Like, so I'd be like, why would they want to do that? Why would they want to say that? Well, because it's their money.
They're gonna
Like
get paid.
yes, they're getting paid. Like there's actual investment for them.
Yes.
And
Yes.
again, people do amazing things in the name of. You know what I mean?
No,
And-
I can sit
right?
here and conspiracy theory all day long on why Flanagan wants back in City Hall or why Jordan's helping him, right?
Yeah,
or why these
yeah.
guys are working together. I can do this all day. I can do the same thing with Carlos. I can do the same thing with Coogan.
Yep.
The only difference is it's not worth it. It's not going to fix the city's issues,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
At the end of the day, I can come out with all the theories and all on how it's going to happen. At the end of the day, you vote for these people, you're getting the same result.
Sure.
I want to fix the problems. Show me how we can address the problems. You want to come to me with, hey, he did this. Hey, did you see this? I don't care. I watched myself.
Yeah.
I went to Christopher's campaign event myself in hopes, he may not think so, in hopes to hear him come out and say, I want to do A, B, C, D. I don't care if he just had A and B. I wanted to hear something refreshing, something new. I'm going to do this. When your answer of what are you going to do for the city when you get a mayor, how are you going to help the taxpayer? Well, I'm going to pretty much kind of do whatever you kind of tell me you need done.
Jordan said he was nervous.
Everybody's nervous. You think I'm not nervous right now? I have, right now, when you share this show, you're talking hundreds of thousands of people eventually, right? Fall River page alone has 69,000 people. When I go on Fall River Reporter on Monday, you think I'm not nervous? People get nervous. That's why he wants everybody in his shop, right? It's small, it's secluded, it's its comfort zone. What are you going to do when you have to do it at City Hall? What are you going to do when you have to address the whole city? What are you going to do when a tragedy happens and you're on every media station there is? What are you going to do? You have to be able to take responsibility. Yeah. You can't deflect it. You're not blaming the fire department. You're not blaming the police department. I don't care what happened. You need to own it. Yep. You are the leader of the city. It falls on you.
Yep.
Simple. You're not blaming the fire chief or police chief, whether you like or hate her. I don't care.
Yep.
You're not blaming these people. You're not going to blame the city council. It stops with you. It starts with you. You're nervous? There were maybe 20 people there. You're nervous and 20 people on a street? Come on. You got thick skin. He went on video saying, I've worked through it, and 2 months ago, I'm a different man. That's great. Who is your therapist? Because everybody that's in therapy right now for the last 10 years would love that to be able to do that in 2 months' time, right? I got thick skin. Then why are you still hiding comments and blocking people, right? I didn't want to get into this.
No.
These are things that bother me as a taxpayer, as a father, as a person, right?
Yes.
I went there in hopes that he was going to say something so great that I wanted to drop out. I wanted that. I want that for this city. Sure. Because if I have somebody in there that I can rely on, that I know is going to do the right thing and get things done and accomplish the mission, why do I want to run against that?
Right.
We have the same goals.
Right.
I'm in. You're going to do these things. That betters my family. That betters my life. And I still get to spend all my time with my kids and do real estate, do investing, and live my life with freedom and not have to report and deal with the nonsense every day and the criticisms every day. Sold. Sign me up. Sign me up. If I thought any one of these people could do it better, I wouldn't be here. If I thought any one of these people had an actual interest of my children, your children, whatever it may be, the small business, the city as a whole in mind, I wouldn't be here. When you can go on camera and say, I can't even afford to die as a father, but if I die, I want my husband to be taken care of. I got 6 kids. You can figure it out. I want my kids to be taken care of. Right? You know, these are things that you just pull out as a father.
Right.
As a father, this is what you pull out, right?
Right. Well, I think life experience as
life
well, right?
Experience does everything too, right?
Yes.
So when you're telling me that you in 58 years and you campaigned and said, I can balance a budget. I'm running a successful business and I can balance budgets and I can do all these things that need to be done for the city. But in your video on your page, you just said that you can't do the math. You can't understand comprehension because of these disabilities, because of whatever trauma you had in life. And I'm not down on that. I'm not digging on that. And I would love to sit and hear all about it because I've been through it. I get it firsthand, right? I'd love to sit and talk with him and just have a conversation and get to know the person. But as a mayor, you just contradicted yourself for the fourth or fifth time in my eyes. I'm not going to run. I'm going to run. It's not a photo op. Here's the photo op. I can't do math. I can't do this stuff. I can't control this. My husband does all that stuff. I have to sit in the back because I have social anxiety. I'm a successful business owner. I can run this and I can do that. Which is it? I'm nervous, but you just said that you can do this successfully.
So would you say
doing?
some of the motivation for you running is the lack of what? Right.
Correct. Some of the motivation, did I know that all these people are going to be the ones running? No, I was only going against Coogan because I know firsthand that this man will cover everything up. I know firsthand that this man sells out our city on a daily basis. This man is the reason a lot of this fraud happens. And maybe he's just a scapegoat. Maybe he's whatever. But you are the leader of the city. It starts and ends with you, like I said.
Sure, of course.
So at the end of the day, you are responsible. Whether you know it or not, whether they own you or this person owns you or these people donate to you, I don't care how much money you have in your fund from other donors. I don't care. Don't donate to me to get a job because I'm telling you right now, your bids are going to go public. I'm going to show the city who's ripping them off and who isn't.
Perfect.
You want the job? I'll give you the job. You want to make enough money? I'll give you enough money. You want to get wealthy on every job you do and take from every one person? You're in the wrong business because you're not getting it from me. Don't ask because it's not happening. I don't care if you're family, friends, foe, enemies. I don't care.
Do you think you can win?
I do. I do believe I can win. And I believe I should win. It's not because I'm smarter or better than anybody else, right? It's because I genuinely want my city back. I genuinely want what's best for everyone. You can see my comments. I don't block anybody. Listen, he did. You should look at this and you should look at his past. And he comes from a drug dealing family and this and that. And his dad went to jail for this. I don't care. I've been on my own since I was 12 years old. You think I care what he did 40 years ago?
Right.
You know what I care about now? Is that man retired, working, the second he learned his lesson. And that man shows up for his grandkids every day. That's the man that my kids know. And that's who I care about. And you know what I care about? Is these citizens that are struggling right now with addiction, with all these problems and all this other stuff. That can be them too. This can be them too. That's what I care about. We can help those people. Everybody can be saved. Everybody can be helped. They have to want it.
Sure.
Ask me about a problem, right? What are you going to do to fix homelessness? You don't have a plan. What are you going to do to fix businesses and all that? You want to fix businesses? Clean up your streets.
Sure.
What business wants to come here that's being robbed 17 to 25 times a day like Rite Aid was, right? Walgreens getting robbed, right? Not getting business. What business wants to come here? If you're not cleaning up the streets and doing what needs to be done and keeping the streets clean and honoring the ordinances, honoring the policies, honoring the laws, I'm not saying homeless people are criminals and all this other stuff, right? You have choices.
Well, it's opportunity.
You have choices. You have rehab, you have shelters, and we will force the shelters to do their part too.
Right.
I promise you, they're going to be open. You can't fund it. Hey, maybe eminent domain is a problem. Maybe we need to take these things in and do it ourselves. Maybe we need to figure it out. But people are profiting on our homeless. People are profiting on keeping homeless, right? That needs to stop. I'm all for helping. I'm all for saving people, keeping people safe. Winters are cold here. We know that. Summers are hot here. We know that. Choices are made. You have shelters. You have rehab. Worst case, I'm sorry. Friday nights, you're going to be taken off our streets. If you having a problem and you don't want to get the help, we're gonna force the help inadvertently, right?
Right.
Well, we're going to clean up our streets. You're going to go 2 to 3 days until the courts open on Monday, and you're not going to be able to get that fixed. And I don't want that. I don't want you in pain. I don't want to hurt you. But I don't want my city.
But you got to get better, bro. You got to get better. You got to get better. You got to get better.
I want it. I'm doing it because I care, right? It's tough love, right? Gloves are off. We can't coddle everybody. And Christopher's great with that open heart people and those people, and great. Bring those people out to help me clean those streets. I'm all for it. I will work with you. I will work with you all day. I want that.
Sure.
You want to be qualified for mayor? Come shadow me as mayor. I'll show you how I'm doing it. I'll teach you. You can be a better mayor than me. Go for it. I don't want to be here forever. I have a career that I did. I love real estate and investing. I love spending time with my kids. If somebody can do it and keep the city clean and keep the goals rolling, I'm all in. I'll step out of the way.
So let me counter that and say, what do you say to the citizen that says to you, Boomr, it's too much. Boomr, you want to do too much and there's too much corruption. By the time you even get to cleaning up the corruption, how are you ever going to get to the programs that you want to instill? How do you manage all that?
Publicly. Let the people see. I don't care if I got to turn this into a reality TV show and I have to have cameras around me 24/7.
Dude, you know, right now people are listening to this going,
you want to
holy
see,
shit.
Do you want to see
right?
what's going on at City Hall?
Right.
You want to stop corruption?
Mm-hmm.
Put it live. Put it live. You think you're going to come in my office and make backdoor deals? You think you're going to come in my office and scare me and threaten me and blackmail me with whatever past you think I have? I don't care.
So there
you
it
think
is.
I'd be running for office if I was that scared?
Let me ask you again, the question again. Do you think you can win?
Yes.
But that's a different question.
Yes.
That's a different question.
I think if the people actually listen and actually focus on what ideas are out there and what can be done. You know why people are afraid to get first?
Will they let you in?
Oh, the people in power do want to let you in?
That's a different question. I asked you the first time, could you win? You said yes.
But when you're running two heads of the same coin to split votes, you're getting the same people,
all right? Here we go. All right. So now we're getting there. This is where
at the end of the day, you're getting the same leadership. So that's up to the people.
Yes.
There's a primary for a reason. Vote wisely because you're only getting one chance. You're only getting one shot at this.
Yes.
I'm not going to keep giving up my life and going through the nonsense and the crazy and then putting my kids through this.
So, okay.
I'm going to tell you right now. I prepared my kids for this now.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do it right now. I'm willing to do it as long as it takes to get the job done. I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to show the people every day what we're doing to get it done.
Yep.
You wanted transparency. You don't get any more than this. I gave up my business, my studio. I don't have any shows. I don't want to go against I don't want to violate anything, right?
Sure.
My shows are shut down.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I'm going to all of my people that want to advertise with me, I'm going to send to you.
Thank you.
Right? Because I want their advertisements getting out there and I want them represented.
Absolutely.
And I want to you, Mike Sylvia, all these people.
Man. Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job. Jess Machado's, I want to help everybody.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
All those businesses are going to go to you guys. That business is shut down.
Mm-hmm.
My attention is on the city. I'm here. My attention is here for you. I am a taxpayer. I am a single dad of 6 children. I understand the cost, the struggles, the livelihood, the life, the safety, the security, the fears, all of it. The parents about cell phones and headlight. I got it. I mean, I hear it all.
Sure.
I am going to fight.
You're in it.
Every battle with you.
Times 5, times 6.
Correct.
You're in it. Yes.
I have personal experience with the sexual assaults in the school that were being covered up. Do you think I want your child to not have his phone and be able to protect themselves? At worst case, be able to call for help?
Yep.
Of course not.
Yep.
Of course not.
Boom, a quick question. I want to take just a quick step back because I thought it's important to not skip over
as long as you
the
want
primaries. I just wanted to, because people, I don't think people understand the importance of the primaries.
Correct.
And I'll be honest with you, bro.
A lot of people don't vote here as it is.
Yeah. So being embedded in all this and doing all this research, something came to me today and I didn't realize it until it was so obvious. And then I said to myself, wow, the only way you could get around this is if you voted in the primaries and one of these 2 individuals wasn't involved.
Correct.
And so can we just explain to people why the primaries are important? So
here's the thing. Right now, I'll explain it to you in layman's terms.
Please. Layman's terms,
right?
Yes.
Right now, Coogan supporters are always Coogan supporters.
Yep.
Maybe 1s and 2s fell off.
People don't notice. I love this. Go ahead.
These people have a machine. Those people don't change their votes. They just don't. Whatever he gets for votes, is it going down a little bit every time? Sure. Maybe people are dying off, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, his voters are his voters. They're going to vote because of that D on the side of his name, because of the connections he has, because of how long they've known him, and he was always such a nice guy, because of the food he brings to you. Whatever it may be, they're going to vote for him, right? The other 4 people are splitting the rest of the population that's voting. And that's where the anger comes in. That's where the nonsense comes in. If you genuinely cared about this city, you vote for the strongest person that's going to actually make change, that knows the party, knows the games, wants to fight back, stands up for everybody, no matter whether you like them or not.
Right.
That has voted in these things and stood up for the people before, right?
Sure.
I didn't just become a Republican when it was popular or because the city did something to take away from me. I didn't just start voting and start becoming, invested because it applied to me. Right? Because now I can make money on it. Now I can get in a position. Now I can take care of people and do things.
Yeah.
You openly say you don't have a retirement. You don't have a plan. You don't have anything set up. You can't afford to die. Well, what better place to do it than the city that keeps taking and giving away these positions forever, right?
Right.
Am I saying that's his only goal? No. Is that a big motivator?
Yep.
Listen, I interrogated people for a reason, right? My job was to find your motivators. How do I get you interested in joining to go to war, right?
Right.
To die for your country. How do I get you to do that with a smile on your face?
Yep.
My job is to find your motivators, find what there is, find what you're hiding, see what best suits you, but make sure we're also protecting ourselves, protecting our entity, making sure you're not a spy, you're not a terrorist, you're not trying to get the government to pay for these previous injuries that you want to come in for now because you know we have great medical, right?
Sure, right.
So city government's the same way. We're taking care of people. If you're eligible to retire and you've been living off the city too long, I'm not going to say you should get out, but you should get out. You should get out while you can still. You should get out while you can still retire. Stop living off the city. Stop trying to get wealthy off the city. You should retire because I'm telling you right now, if I see the results, we did everything like once a month, once a week. We're looking at council statements. Okay, what did you do to keep your job this month? How every month you get hired as say a recruiter because I did that a lot, right? Master trainers, team leaders, all that stuff. I did that. So that's where I spent a good portion of my career. How did you justify your job for the last 30 days? You didn't put anybody in, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. It's hard. It's hard to convince people that this is the best step for them, right?
I can't even imagine during COVID. Like, what do you do during COVID? Like, seriously, right? Like,
you know what I did during COVID? I got awards for being the best at it because I still dealt with the people. I still helped people. And if you're doing it for the right reasons, you'll always be successful.
I love that.
The people that sat home and took advantage of getting paid for doing nothing, those are the people that failed and didn't last long, right? If you're here to take care of people and your reasons are genuine, they're genuine. I have a family to feed. Everybody's like, well, if you care so much, why don't you do it for free? Because I'm giving up all of my other businesses and my money. You want to be honest? I made almost $300,000 last year. You want to know? There you go. I'm giving that up to take less than half of that.
Third.
Maybe a third. I don't
maybe
again,
a third.
I don't
Well,
even
you're taking
know.
a pay cut, so
I'm
it's a
taking
third.
a pay cut, right? I have to feed my family.
Sure,
I have to
sure.
feed my kids.
Sure.
So there's a reality behind people. We're still human. We're still people. I still have a mortgage to pay. I still have bills to pay. I still have people coming after me for stuff.
Absolutely,
right?
bro.
So I gotta do what I gotta do, right? But at the end of the day, I also want to be able to teach the average person how to do that.
Sure.
Economics will be a thing again in school. Economics will be a thing in City Hall. I worked with programs in the North Shore because I worked up the Brockton Way and all that stuff when I was done doing it in Fall River as a top recruiter. They moved me out there to help with that because I worked there for 11 years and then went back. But before I went there, they owned 5% of the market share. I went there and owned 82% of the market share. So don't talk to me about generating business, investing in myself, investing in marketing, and bringing talent in. That's what I did for a living.
Sure.
My whole career was based on talent management, putting people, the best people in the best possible position to be successful. Because without my soldiers, I wasn't successful.
Spoken like a true leader, brother.
Like at the end of the day, I'm in the position, but I can't lead if I can't.
Nobody to lead, bro.
If I can't find people to lead.
Absolutely.
If I don't have the best behind me making me look good, I don't look good.
Right.
I don't have the best behind me getting the job done. I don't last. So every 30 days, I'm gonna see a statement from every department head. You're going to earn your jobs. You're going to earn your salaries. Do I think you're all overpaid? Absolutely not. Do I think a few are? Absolutely. Do I think we have some problems in the inner workings, whether it's water and sewer, whether it's DCM, whatever? Sure. Drive up my road. Go up. I implore all of you, go up Indian Town Road. Let me know what you think of that road. They're out there every week fixing the same holes. You don't think that's costing us money? Instead of fixing the real problems, fix it right the first time. You don't have those problems for 20 years.
Absolutely.
So these are things that we're doing, right? And it's not DCM's fault.
Everything's perpetual.
It's the people running it.
It's just
the
perpetual.
people telling them to do it and continue to get overtime and do this and get money. These employees want to work. Why do I have 4 bosses and 6 maintenance men in certain departments? Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. Because if I didn't have those 4, 5, 6-figure salaries, I could hire enough maintenance to make sure there's never a problem and everything's done.
Right. Exactly.
This is common sense. Leadership. That's all we have to do.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're looking at it as common sense. These people, it's their way of life.
Yes.
These people show up to work every day, and they've been doing this for the last 20 years.
Because it's bred. It's bred that way.
It's bred that way, bro.
And don't worry, the money's going to keep coming.
It just keeps coming.
We took a man who spent 30 years, when they didn't have enough, he went to the city and said, we need more. So guess what the city did? They went to the taxpayers and took more. We put this man in office. What do you think happens when he needs more money? when he doesn't budget properly,
Right.
when he inflates the budget, when he inflates City Hall, when he inflates the school department
And you
with
don't
all his voters.
And you don't have enough firefighters, bro. And you're still short.
Think about it. He's generating more voters to
Yes.
make sure those people always stay in power. If I give you a job, are you going to vote against me?
Of course not. You don't bite the hand
That's
that feeds
the reality,
you, bro.
right?
You don't bite the hand
You know
that
how many
feeds you.
people said I couldn't
Yeah.
put a sign up on their property? Hey, Boomr, I'm sorry. You have my vote. I love you like your family. This is family.
Yeah.
But we work for this department or we work for this department. And the last time they moved me, I got fired for this or I got fired for that. This happens.
Wow.
People that work in these departments are petrified
mafia.
to express their freedom.
It's like a mafia.
It's their freedom. I fight for your freedom.
Yes.
To listen, if you don't like me, I don't care if you want to support me and Christopher. You think he's a great dude? That's awesome.
Yep.
Put my sign right on the side of his. Put his above mine.
Sure.
Because that's who you like best.
Yes.
I'm all in.
Right. Right.
I will never hold against you that you support somebody else because you don't agree with my views. You know how many enemies I'm going to make just in the school department alone because I want to put the money in the classrooms where the teachers need it and the parents need it and our families need it because our kids are not being educated.
Right. And who's fighting you on that?
Well, you're gonna find out.
Right, exactly.
You're gonna find out because it's gonna be done live.
So super fast. Some business. Let's talk about some business.
Let's go.
And that is, if people want to support you, how do they do that? Is it the Facebook? Is it? I know you have some events coming up. Can we talk about that real quick? How do people support you?
I have a campaign event that, believe it or not, there are people that are like, well, how is he going to fix taxes? He's charging money to go to his event. Well, if you think paying for all this stuff is free, it's not. If you think I have all these millionaire backers, I don't.
Right.
Okay, this one, your city drug dealer and failed mayor is supporting this guy, so he doesn't have to worry about money, right? But here he is doing a fundraiser after he said he wasn't gonna, right? It's funny. You realize how much this stuff costs.
Right.
Signs are not cheap.
Right.
Right? Getting out there is not cheap. Missing work is not cheap. Right?
Manpower.
I put
You
my
need
own
people
money
to
on
do
it.
this. Yeah, right.
You know
right.
what my manpower is? Call anybody. Go by anybody that has my sign. Ask them who went out there to put their sign
You
on.
did.
Ask them if there was any other person besides me and my son who came and helped me twice, by the way.
Shout out.
It's summertime. But he came and helped me twice, right? Ask anybody. I put out my signs. I'm out there because I want to meet you. I want to hear your concerns. I want to hear, hey, I didn't like you because of this. I don't like that. You shouldn't do that because of this. Hey, maybe there's a better view. Maybe somebody sees it from a different angle.
Sure.
That's great.
Sure.
But I'm telling you right now, an Amaral leadership, you're going to have businesses coming here and want to come here. You're going to have cleaner, fixed streets. I don't care about your $5 million. You can watch the meetings all you want. I don't care about your cutoffs. I don't care about the nonsense. There's $550 million, $516 million, $500 million in that budget. We're going to find it. We're going to find it and we're going to use it for the right reasons. That's the people's money. That's my money. That's your money.
Yep.
I want it going where I want it. I didn't agree for you to go hire 16 more of your supporters. Why do we need them? If City Hall was running poorly, maybe you should fire the people that were already there.
Absolutely.
And replace them.
Yes.
You don't add to it.
I have a quick story. So I worked for Christmas tree shops, and I ran the distribution center in Middleborough. It's 750,000 square feet, and I ran all of the facilities and maintenance. So we have a company that is widely successful throughout New England, Cape Cod. Like everybody knew Christmas tree shops. Everybody knew, like, right? Don't you just love, right? Like everybody knew it. So here you have something that is gold, right? And you cannot destroy it. So what happens is you get top heavy, right? And you get even heavier and heavier. You get so heavy that the bank says, hey, listen, you're mismanaging your company. So what we're going to do is we're going to hire a consulting company to come in for $16 million, and they're going to tell you what you're doing wrong. Well, if anybody doesn't know, Christmas tree shops no longer exists. They filed Chapter 11. And the reason they filed Chapter 11 is because there was so much weight at the top end that it never made it to the people. It never made it. They actually were changing prices on certain items and not even removing the cheaper price. They're putting the more expensive price right on top.
Weird, right?
And so, like,
money grabs.
And I only mention this because that's exactly what we're seeing here. So to your point, when you don't repair the street, when you put patches of tar everywhere, and it rains, like, what do you actually?
Snow,
right?
plowing. This is New England.
At some point, I'm peeling, going, hey, wait a minute, this was cheaper. Why am I?
And let's be real.
Yep.
How much experience do these guys have doing actual paving work, right? They're kind of like the jack of all trade kind of thing, right?
Yep.
And it's not a hit on them.
No.
I
Right,
appreciate
right.
them. I love that they're out there working and doing this stuff.
But they have the right equipment, bro. They have right equipment to
So why don't we
repair
hire
this.
somebody that can handle those kind of jobs? Because that's my goal. I'm going to hire people that have the actual experience.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you vote for me. I don't care if you're my cousin. I don't care if you're my brother. I don't care.
Yep.
I'm telling you right. My sister-in-law is my accountant. My sister-in-law is my treasurer. My sister-in-law is not going to be my CFO. Do you know why? Because the optics of it, right?
Right.
Do I trust anybody more than I trust her with my money?
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
But what I need to do is make sure the people understand that they can trust my leadership, and they can trust that this isn't a friends and family.
So like not
evidence.
like Maura Healey hiring her girlfriend to be the
No,
judge.
no,
Like none
no,
of that.
of course
Come
not, of
on,
course
bro.
not, of course
Right?
not. Hire
No?
my brother to be human resource, then go to
why
the
not?
unions and keep the money.
Why not?
No,
Yeah, why
we're
not?
not doing that.
Yeah.
RDA, the official millionaire party planning, is going to be revamped all the way through. And I know I'm going to get hit for that because you know who's in charge, right? I don't care. I don't care. I'm telling you right now, you've brought zero money, zero wealth, zero businesses to this city. Zero. You're going to make money on our waterfront? Not if I can help it. We're going to make sure the waterfront is done correctly. You already took it from us, but we're going to make sure it generates income for the city.
Sure.
We're going to make sure it helps the taxpayers. It doesn't cost the taxpayers. And right now, everything that they're planning, everything they're doing is going to cost us.
What's your vision for that? Are you more like into like? I know it's like that's a really big question,
I know, right?
but like when I think, is it more like let's go visit, right? Is it shops? Is it restaurants? Is it a place that people are going to want to get off the train and just walk around
It's
and
not
enjoy?
market rate housing.
Okay.
It's not a real thing. Market rate housing is not a thing that helps the city. All that does is create more chaos, more parking issues, and no income. None. Maybe the water department makes money off it. Maybe. But we don't. Okay? And trust me, we're going to get into that department too.
Yeah.
But realistically, the people need things to do. Our youth need things to do. Our families need places to go. You can build here, but you can't build here. So you can go to this restaurant, but you can't have one here to go to this one. Enough with the nonsense. I'm not taking from the people. I want to have the people be able to give their ideas, put their out. What do we need? What do your kids need? What do your kids like to do that they can't do in the city? I know what my kids love to do that they can't do in the city without costing an arm and a leg. I know how much I make, and I know what my life costs me, and my kids' sports cost me.
Yep.
Why? Why is it costing so much? These people's time costs money. I get that. But you're volunteering it. Why are we paying you to pay for the city's property? Why is the city charging double to use the property? Why do we have people in charge at certain schools charging private, youth groups and youth football leagues, youth baseball leagues, soccer leagues, whatever it is, paying for the janitorial stuff, but then that janitor's getting the overtime anyway. So where's that money going? Where did all that money go that we were paying as these youth groups and these youth organizations?
Nobody knows this.
Where did it go?
Nobody knows
These
this,
are
bro.
city. This is city and public property.
Yep.
It's going to be utilized accordingly. However, are there fees for maintenance? If so, we need to come up with a plan that's equal for everyone. And that money needs to be allocated and shown to the people. This whole, it went to the general fund. The general fund is going to be watched very carefully.
Is that like the kitty? Everybody takes a little bit. Yeah,
Weird, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't need that. We're just going to take that because we got to spend that money or we don't get it back. If we didn't need that money, give it back because it's taxpayer money.
Imagine that. That idea doesn't exist, bro.
It's taxpayer money.
Nobody's thinking that way,
Give
bro.
it back to them.
Nobody's thinking that way. Yeah.
I want my again, there's so much you could
Dude, I don't want it back. If you tell me you can support the veterans and put a building in where veterans can have a bed, take my money. Take it. I don't want it back. I don't want the money back.
If you think there is no plan in place in my mind to take care of the very people who gave me the right to do this, you are sadly mistaken and you don't know me at all. Veterans, elderly, children, taxpayers, public service, all of it's important. But I'm telling you right now, if we don't work with each one of those and coordinate together, it's never going to get done.
Gonna work.
Do I think he's good in housing? Sure. Hey, you have the freaking experience and knowledge. Educate me without trying to trick me, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not as dumb as you think I am. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to have people there to make sure that it gets done right.
Sure.
You want to keep your job? You want to keep that salary? Fine. Earn it. Show me how we can make housing better for the elderly and for the other people on the assistance programs and get them situated, organized, where it's safe again, where it's correct, where we can keep them to the best of their abilities, the best of our abilities, as safe and comfortable as possible.
Sure.
First and foremost, our veterans will have their own space. Our veterans, same way. If you're elderly and you're veteran, same pool, right? Like, there's no difference. You're 65 and older, I want your taxes lowered before anybody else's. If I can figure out that funding, and city council and school committee can help me to figure out how to make this work, I'm all in. I want to work with every one of you. Don't tell me all that experience up there on that 9-member panel can't help me. Don't tell me you can't figure out and have ideas and think outside the box to help me get the veterans their own space. And these veterans in the city, they also got to learn to work together too, because again, too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Absolutely.
We got to work together. I'm with you. I want to support you.
I've got Mission 22 next Wednesday coming in.
Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, if you need any help with anything, let me know.
Yeah, definitely.
If they need any free giveaway stuff, let me know. I got the right people.
Definitely.
At the end of the day, I need their help and I want it done. You want to be there? You want to show me, Mike? Show me. Show me you earned your job. Show me it's not a job that was handed to you. I'm all in. I'll let you keep your job.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, you are replaceable. And you're replaceable at a lower cost.
Yep.
Somebody wants that job.
Sure.
I'm not sitting here threatening everybody's careers, everybody's jobs. I don't want to take livelihood out of anybody's mouths. But if you're not willing to work with me financially to make it feasible for the taxpayer who's paying that bill, then I'm sorry. Yep. We're gonna work around you. We're gonna work around you. So you have an option to feed your family, to keep the job, to do that stuff. But we're going to do a lot of renegotiations before that budget goes through.
And I think
a lot of contract issues too. Police department, I love you.
Yeah.
I love all of you. Any first responder, I envy you. I support you 110%. You will no longer get me to approve. I don't care how strong-armed you are. I don't care what anybody comes in with. You are not getting unlimited sick time. You are not getting. I'm watching people run secondary businesses. I'm watching people teach martial arts classes. I'm watching people on sick leave for years. But you can do all this, but can't go to work. And I'm not going to call anybody out. It's not what I do. You're going back to work if you're capable. If you're not capable, then you need a medical leave. You need to be out of the way. However, these people also deal with the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I won't tell your chief, whoever that may be, to approve. You need it. Case by case basis, you absolutely need that. They see the worst. They see the scariest things. They see traumatic things every day. Fire department sees traumatic. EMS sees. If you need 6 months because you had to use your weapon, no story needed. Whether it's your fault or not, it's a traumatic event, right? I think investigations will happen because the people deserve to know.
But
too.
I think the psychological safety of the officer needs paramount.
That mental soldiers. I deal with soldiers.
Yeah, bro.
PTSD every day.
Yep.
I know what that's like firsthand, right? I see a therapist, right? Like at the end of the day,
me too, bro. Me too.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's no stigma behind it. And if you have a stigma behind it, I don't care. I go. My children go.
Absolutely.
Right? They've dealt with a lot of trauma.
I'm a better human
for
it. I'm a better human for it. Absolutely.
You know what? I used to be like, nah, that's for these people. That's for that. Like I don't care.
Me
but
too.
you know
It's
what?
weak.
It feels good to get it out because I don't go home and have to talk to them about it.
Exactly.
I don't have to put my cross on them.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even with friends, I think friends care about us and they don't tell us what we need to hear. My therapist tells me what I need to hear. You know what I mean? Dave will tell me.
And I love that.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
And I believe like 90% of my success comes from his voice in my head, bro. You know what I mean? And the other 10% is my determination. Why
I'm so adamant about RPA and homeless. So homeless costs us between $3 and $4 million. They're never going to give us a real number, right? RPA is costing us $3.5 million, $3.7 million, whatever it is, for children that already belong in regular schools.
Okay.
They're supposed to be integrated back in. When I show you the statistics of what's really out there, and I have them, of what they really let back in, 5% maybe, right? So there's no reward for these kids.
Because they're not in the payroll, so they don't, right?
There's no reward for these kids. There's no going back
to
Gen Pop, as they call it, right?
Yeah, right.
These kids need positive influences. Durfee's a big enough school. We're footing the bill. We're going to utilize that school to the best of our abilities. We have people that work in RPA that genuinely want to help these kids and know how to help these kids, but their hands are tied because they're in a program that doesn't support it. They work for people that don't support them, and that's not going to happen. So I want, one, the cost of that building is already paid for, right? Why can't we make that micro units for our mentally ill patients that we need to help?
We can do it because we did it for the illegal immigrants. We did it for illegal immigrants. We know we can do it.
We can do it for anybody else that doesn't pay, right?
We know we can do it.
We can do it for people who do.
Yes, yeah.
Our veterans on the streets, our mentally ill patients on the streets, it's not their fault. We shut down every avenue that they had. We shut down Taunton. We shut down all these hospitals.
I mentioned that in the last episode.
Right? We shut it all down.
My buddy worked there. He's like, Bobby, we opened the doors. We just let these people.
Did you watch Arkham? Right?
Yes.
Like we let everybody
just
out.
let
right?
them out. They just
And
let them out.
Here you go.
There you go.
It's not their fault. They didn't ask for this. They didn't ask for their issues. They didn't ask to be released into the public. They didn't ask to be homeless. They didn't ask to not have the knowledge and the well-being to get ahead. They didn't ask for that. Is it going to cost us money? It's already costing us money. But it's going to cost us less because at the end of the day, now they're not on the streets.
Right.
They're in a place.
We're a community.
They're in a building that we already own.
Yes.
They're in a building we already own.
Yep.
Take that building, put those kids back in, put the people back in, work those kids into the school system. If those kids are violent and those kids are doing wrong, listen, you're gonna have to deal with consequences based on your actions. And I'm gonna go and talk to them.
Exactly.
Because I was that kid.
Yep.
I was kicked out of high school my freshman year for fighting. I was protecting a kid about this big. Till this day, that kid is still this big.
Yeah.
But you know what? As much as I was angry and I was that kid, I stuck up for the right people. Like again, I fought bullies, right?
Yeah.
I got kicked out. Mr. Attar was the principal at the time. He made a deal with me.
I heard that name in a long time,
Right?
bro.
Scary dude.
Jeez.
He made a deal with me, and that man kept his word. He made me get a job. He got me the job at Venus de Milo. I was 14 years old. Sent me to Venus de Milo. I rode my bike there every day. I didn't have a ride. I didn't have parents. I didn't have a family. I didn't have a ride, right? You know, I had
4 lanes
nobody.
of traffic,
I was
bro.
living on my own under a cement block porch, right? I was homeless. I was causing trouble on the streets, but I kept that job. And that man kept his word and let me back in school.
Oh, wow.
I graduated high school late because of my choices. But
you
that
graduated.
man saved me. Miss Coleman put me up against the lockers and said, if you hate school so much, why the hell are you coming back to do it again and again? Do it the right way the first time and get out. That woman, as many times as she beat me, I love her to this day like a mother because I didn't really have mine,
There you go.
right?
Yeah.
I don't associate with mine for multiple reasons.
Sure,
and we can get into that later on, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, those are the people that woke me up because nobody took me aside and told me the hard truth. Nobody took me aside and made sense of what life I was living.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Again, I wasn't a gangbanger. Like I could go to any city. I can go to any part of the city. Columbia Street. They had all these gangs, right? The Flint boys and these boys.
Absolutely,
We
bro.
grew up in all the nonsense,
Absolutely.
right? But I could walk in any neighborhood and everybody knew who I was. And everybody left me alone. And everybody was my friend.
Yeah.
Because they knew if they needed something, they could come to me.
Sure.
Even as a kid, they could come to me and I would help.
Right.
And I would steer them in the right direction. I wouldn't take the advice from anybody else because I was too proud, right? My pride, right?
Yeah.
And I saw that so much after going to get help. I never saw that before. I never thought of that before.
Right.
I've always been that person, right? That entrepreneur, that leader, that person
This is
that
what I'm
wants
supposed
to
to do.
help and take care of people.
Because this is what I'm supposed to do.
Correct. I never saw myself as that.
Yeah.
I saw myself
Yeah.
as somebody who just
Yeah.
genuinely wanted people
That's
to
it.
be okay.
Like this is.
I never saw myself as that.
Yeah.
And the more I do it, the more I saw it, the more as I look back, that's all I ever did.
Yeah.
It's all I ever did. And those people, no matter how bad they were, I've lost so many of them. Drugs, violence, gunshot, stab, whatever it was. I've lost so many friends to stupidity that I couldn't reach, I couldn't get to. And I feel responsible because did I try as hard as I could? No, I was there when I was there, but I didn't go out of my way to be there. Right? Because I was everywhere. I was just doing my own thing. I cared about me because I was all I had.
You're surviving, bro.
I was surviving. I was in survival mode, right?
Right.
Like, there were people that could tell you they hated me in high school. They look at me now and it's like, dude, I never saw this coming. I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm sorry if I was ever offensive in high school. I'm sorry if I was a punk kid in high school. I'm sorry if I was, if I hurt you in high school because all I cared about was me and the attention because I needed it. I needed that validation, right? Back then, I didn't know that.
Right.
People pointed that out. Ex-girlfriends pointed that out. Therapists have pointed. You know what I mean? Like,
but the life is the experience,
you
bro.
lived
That's
it.
the journey,
Correct.
brother.
You lived it.
Yes.
But I have that experience to share and reach these kids earlier. And that's how I did it through football.
Yeah.
That's why I volunteer and coach all this time.
Karate.
That's why I got into this. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
Jiu-jitsu.
Muay Thai.
Yes,
I owned my own
jiu-jitsu.
schools.
Yes.
I couldn't even save my teacher from being an addict and he overdosed. It sucks.
Yeah.
I couldn't save my partner.
Yeah.
But I saved kids and he helped me do it.
Yeah, but
Even though he
Boomr-
was that way, he helped me.
Boomr, that's who you are. You are a little bit of every single one of those people that
Correct.
invested in you
I
along the way.
learned from every
Brother,
bit of investment.
I feel such an attachment to you. The tale of the two lives, bro. I was 13 years old. My first job was CETA.
Yeah.
I worked for.
I couldn't even get hired there because I was a punk kid.
There you go, right?
They wouldn't even give me the job.
Well, handicap recreation is what I did.
That's awesome. My brother worked for them. He was a good
dude. My first job, and that led to my second job, which was working at Chuck E. Cheese for Bill Damaris. And from there was my it just.
Okay.
I'm telling you that the program in the city worked. I am a product of that, bro. And it taught me work ethic. It taught me to be a part of something.
Time management,
Absolute,
work ethic,
showing up, bro. Showing
taxes.
up. Absolutely.
Right?
Here I am
Where'd all my
now.
money go? I worked all this time and I lost
Bro.
all. Listen, these are valuable lessons that kids need to learn.
Absolutely.
I won't even tell you how she looked at her first paycheck.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
But
that's life.
now, but
right?
you know what? She went from 15 years old working at Domino's to she wants to own Domino's.
I love that.
That's the mindset that you can teach these kids. You're right.
That's an amazing smile too. I love it. Awesome energy, bro.
She's my photogenic.
Yes.
She's my theater.
She's your campaign manager, bro.
She is.
Absolutely, she is.
And you know what?
Absolutely.
She's not getting a job.
Ah, there you go.
She ain't getting a job.
No.
She goes and gets her teacher's degree, wants to be a teacher. Hey, go apply like everybody else.
Yep.
But that's the reality.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Will I help you in life? Absolutely. Will I help you
course.
till you find a job? Absolutely.
Of course.
But there are no favors here.
Yeah.
There are no favors here. Mm-hmm. We need to do better. We have the money. We don't have the leadership. Mm-hmm. We have the money. We don't have the guidance.
Yep. I agree with you 100%.
Too many people living off a system. It's a glorified welfare system is what it is. Mm-hmm. And it's going to end under my leadership. It's going to end. Like I said, before I got here, before we went on, I'm going to make a lot more enemies than I am friends. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. There are police officers right now that said, oh, I'll never vote for him again because they think I'm attacking them for taking their sick time away. I'm not taking it away. The taxpayers are paying you to do a job.
Absolutely.
We need you.
Yes.
If you genuinely get hurt, you get cancer, you get whatever, your family is ill, something happens, you get hurt on the job, you get hurt at football.
Right.
I don't care. You get hurt at recreational.
Yep.
All right, cool. 6 weeks is when they said you're healed. 6 weeks is when you're going back to work.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, you can't go back to full duty?
Yes.
Cool. There's administrative jobs that can be done.
Right.
So somebody else can go back to the streets, rotate it through.
Just don't steal. I think bottom line, dude, just don't steal.
That's it.
It's stealing.
That's it.
Just
I'm not
don't steal.
asking you to do something way out of the ordinary, right?
Just don't take what isn't yours.
Unlimited to, hey, 6 weeks a year?
Yeah, right.
Go to any job. Go to any other job and show me somebody who has unlimited sick time.
It doesn't exist.
On a taxpayer's dime, we're going to have that?
No, it doesn't exist.
I'm sorry, we can't.
It doesn't exist.
Underfunded fire departments, we can't have that.
Yep.
They deserve better. We deserve better. Our citizens deserve better. For $500 million, don't tell me you can't hire 10 more people, 20 more people. Look at the overtime budget. Do the math. If this is the overtime budget and this is what it would cost to keep the firefighters, it's a no-brainer. This is common sense.
No-brainer. And to your point, dude.
Common sense.
Not that the Gabriel house wasn't a disaster, because it was.
Of course it was.
But we haven't had the disaster. God forbid.
That was a wake-up call that the city
Boulevard
needed.
catches fire. If one of those buildings, like Pleasant Street, right?
Father Baresi,
dude,
Medeiros,
bro,
all these places.
Yes, Father Defense.
They catch on fire where they can't reach mid-floors. Everybody above mid-floor, I'm the bearer of bad news, right?
Yep.
Like I'm the oh my God, we never thought of it that way.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I don't care how many firefighters we have, how many brave police officers we have. 9/11 happened. Those firefighters went in, they didn't come out.
They didn't come out.
You're not getting in. You're not going to be able to reach them. You're not coming out.
Yes.
And it's scary to say that. Mm-hmm. We all have, those are our family, our friends, our grandparents, right?
Yes.
These are our neighbors.
Yes.
We need to figure out better planning for that, and the fire department's going to do it. And I have no doubt that the intelligence level that we have in the fire department, the work ethic, the general brave people that we have between police and fire, together we can figure out a plan for those, and we need to get on that right away.
Well, just because you swore an oath, doesn't mean you have to die.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Putting your life on the line is a choice, and I appreciate it more than anybody, right?
Yes.
Our veterans did it.
Yep.
These guys fought wars did way more than I've ever done in the military.
Yep.
These guys doing way more than I've ever had to do in the military. I was fortunate enough because of my expertise and my ability to sell, to lead, to team build. I found a different pathway and career in the military. I didn't have to go be an infantryman. But I respect that infantryman more than I respect myself for what he is willing to do and what he's done. Mm-hmm. That soldier put his life on the line, on the front line for me. And he made me look good because he allowed me to get him there, right? Mm-hmm. I owe him my life. I owe him more of my life and my kids' lives than the average person.
Sure.
Because that was my career. That was my job.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he makes me look good, right? Mm-hmm. I owe him everything. I owe his family everything.
Okay.
Over 300 soldiers. Over 300 soldiers I've put in. You know what the average recruiter, you know what the top recruiter right now has done? Maybe 125.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 130. They have the real numbers. Maybe. Even if he's at 150.
Yeah.
There was one recruiter who did it in like 16 years, 15, 16 years, he did, I want to say like 200 and maybe 210. I did that in half the time because I took care of my people. I took care of soldiers, right? I went to work. I was working until 11, 12 o'clock at night. Even then, my work ethic, these people might be
What
smarter.
was your quota? What was your quota? What were you supposed to get?
When I first got on, it was 24 people a year.
A year.
A year. I did 48 people, 49 people my first full year in recruiting.
Oh, wow.
Because I knew the kids out here, I was from here. I was 27, 28 years old when I started that.
So you know what
but I
the
knew what these
opportunity is,
kids
right,
needed.
Right,
These
exactly.
kids had no
Discipline,
idea what
bro.
was out there.
They needed discipline.
Do you know why they didn't know what was out there? Because our schools kept them out. Our people in leadership positions kept us out because we don't need that. My kids don't need that.
I was going to ask you that.
You know what
that
happens?
used to happen to me. I remember the recruiting officer would come every year to the school.
We prevent our
and we'd
kids from
do
having all
assembly.
of their options.
Yeah.
Our families didn't know their options.
Yeah.
Nobody parents told me. I never knew this existed. I was 26 years old when I joined. You know why? Because I didn't know it existed. So when we're blocking all avenues, you don't get to decide for these families what's best for them if they want to join or not.
Right.
Give them the option. Give them the knowledge. Education is everything. If we have an educated populace, we can be better. Whether they want to join the military or not, you know what happens? You want to know what it comes down to? If you graduate high school and you go to the military, they don't get paid for you. If you go to college and go into debt, they get money for you. Do the research on that.
The GI
I'm
Bill?
not going to get into it. No, the GI Bill has nothing to do with it. The GI Bill, all that money is from the government. Your tax is already paying for that. That's the federal money and state money. That's already allocated money, right?
Okay.
Going to school for free is part of us joining, right?
Okay.
I gave mine away to my kids. I have zero desire to go to college any further than what I've done. I saw enough.
That's great that you were able
I saw enough of what they're going to do.
See, people don't know that.
The only time I want to go back to college is for law school, and that's for my own personal investment reasons, and that's it. Real estate law. I want to go for that, right? I don't care. And I'm not saying college is bad. I'm not saying trades are bad. To everybody, it's your decision.
Sure.
Go. Try it out.
Yep.
I went there, and all I did was argue with teachers who told me, you have to do this, or you're part of the problem. And it's like, I'm part of the problem.
Yep.
Because I believe that soldiers should be paid. I believe soldiers should get a benefit of going to school for serving their country.
Yep.
I'm part of the problem. But on the other hand, you just told me that illegal immigrants deserve to have a chance and on our dime because they're just people trying to come here for a better life.
Right.
I'm trying to give that better life.
Right.
But come here legally and do it the right way.
Right. Exactly.
I have no problem with illegal. My Vavo came here. My Vavo came here. My family came here. We're all immigrants to some extent.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
They came here and worked till they died.
I'm an example, bro. I'm first generation. Here I am,
They
bro.
came here and worked till they died.
Yes.
At the
David,
end-
same thing.
at the end
Your
of the
first
day,
generation.
right.
Absolutely. Yes.
At the end of the day, I'm all for it. Come
Yes.
here the right way, do it the right way, do
Agreed.
the right thing. Come
Agreed.
here, be respectful, be responsible, do the right thing.
Yeah.
Crime, there's no answer for it. I don't care how small the crime.
Bro, bottom line is, if you're
Done.
being shady, you're being shady. That's it.
Correct.
If you're being shady, bro, you are being shady.
When you're wrong, you're wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
You see, I didn't want to get to a point where I'm talking like it's condescending, right?
Yeah,
like I feel like I'm talking down.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, right. It's
This
the obvious,
is just
bro.
common sense
it's
stuff.
The obvious.
You
Yes.
are the people. We work for you.
Yeah.
Everybody forgot this is public service. The military, right? Leadership. Selfless service is key to being a successful soldier, a successful leader.
Yes.
If we are not here, and we are not here for selfless service to take care of the people and those that pay us,
You're in the wrong building.
you're in the wrong business.
Yeah.
If you think you deserve $30, $40, $50, $60,000 raises to do the same job, and we are ranked in the bottom 5, you are in the wrong job.
Yeah.
You want the job, and they think that you're the best one for the job.
Yep.
Whether you're better for the job or not, I don't have a bias.
Right.
But you're not doing it for $250,000 under my watch.
Yeah.
So you can resign, and the next guy's going to do it for a little bit less and the right pay. And when he shows me results that our crime rate is going down because they're doing the best job and they're working together, I want to fight DA races. I don't want a DA that's making deals with criminals and sex offenders.
Right.
The cops are suffering for that, and
Absolutely.
their grade is suffering. Right. Because the grade depends on conviction rates, right?
Absolutely.
Because these criminals keep coming back.
Why am I going to catch criminals if you're not going to put them in jail?
It is not the police fault. I hope they understand this part of it and listen long enough to know I'm not blaming you. You're doing your job. Your hands are tied. You can only do so much. We give all these other, the criminals get a better rap than you do. I get it. And they're dealing with the new way of looking at cops as the enemy, right? You got your body cams. Do things by the book. Do things right. You do the wrong thing, I promise you, I won't protect you there either. So don't think like because my admiration for you and my love for you is that of, hey, you said you'd protect us. I will protect you if you're correct. Do the right thing, and you never have to be protected.
Absolutely.
People are going to file lawsuits. People are going to try to get money. People are going to try to get out of criminal charges all the time.
Right.
Do the right thing, and you never have to worry about that. Protect yourself, and I will protect you to no end on the dime, right? We have counsel for a reason. We have these budgets for a reason. I'm all in. Don't think I'll turn my back on you because, it's not a good look for the city. You're going to tell the truth. I want a crime map. On top of these little Facebook updates that they're doing now to, that shows crime is increasing. Weird.
What are you reporting on?
What are you reporting on?
They pick and choose.
I want to know. I want the people to know the areas, the neighborhoods, the hot spots, the timing. I want our people safe. If they're telling me that the Flint is a hot spot, show me who it is. Figure out with the state police, the FBI. I will get all of the resources. I will communicate all of the. If you want the National Guard, I don't care.
Right.
I will give you the resources we need to clean up our streets.
Absolutely.
Just go do the work. But I want our DA to stop making deals, stop putting people in there that aren't experienced, and do his job too. These people doing the wrong things, corrupting our citizens, hurting our kids, our areas, whatever it may be. You do that. You clean up the streets. You help the homeless. You help the mentally ill. We'll get back to, of course, the whole putting people in there. Working with. I want to work with Primacare, whatever. Give me any of them, right?
But bro,
name them. I want to give them the building.
You know what though?
I'm not going to give it to you. I want to give it to you for free.
Exactly.
We're going to keep it. It's our building.
Right. It's our building. You guys use it.
Utilize it.
Yes.
Give me all your mental health experts. Give me all the best of the best. Help me clean up my city.
Right.
You want things done for you and buildings later, and we'll work together. I will work with you. There's no bribe there. I will work with you.
Right.
But come and help us. We'll get them set up. We'll have a team set up to help them get medical insurance and do those things that you're getting paid for. We will have the people come in and do the building the right way and get the apartments and get that stuff. But you have to man it.
But much like everything else,
you have to man it.
When you put these people where they belong and they're getting treatment, that is less taxing to the police. To the people, right?
We're already paying $3.5 million. If it costs us $1 million a year instead of $3.5 million, we save $2.5.
Yes.
Now that building is not doing RPA; it's saving us another $3.5.
Yes.
Right. So we just saved $7 million to spend maybe one, maybe two.
Yes.
Even if we spend $5, we save $2.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that everything is going to be, all cookie cutter like I'm saying it. But those are the ideas. Those are the plans.
Right.
These are the. Watch how many people come out now. Watch all these candidates come out now. Oh, we were going to do that, and we were going to do this, and we had that same plan. We did. No, they didn't. You know why they didn't want to come on your show first? You know why they didn't want to go to Florida Reporter first? You know why they don't want to come on live
because they want to hear what you have to say.
Because they want the plan from the only person they know that has one.
There it is.
And I'm the only one.
Yes.
You can sit there and say all these hot topics of today because people have short-term memory. You can go by, the schools and this, I vowed to do this in the schools. Well, where were you when I was on NBC 10 and I was in the courthouse for the last 3 years fighting for my own child? Where were you then to say you were going to stand up to the school department for covering up sexual assaults? Not one of them. Even our current mayor hung up the phone on me. And said, there's nothing I can do. You got to let it take its course and so on and so forth. Didn't even call to check on my daughter. Not one school committee member called, and they knew ahead of time, even though the school wasn't supposed to give out underage information, called. One did to call to say, but that was she had personal agenda and personal reasons behind it. But at the end of the day, she still called. Okay, so I'll give her some credit, right? I know why she called because there's a whole nother process behind that. But again, that's personal stuff, and I don't care. Not one of them people called to check on that child to see how is the child. You know what they did? They kept that man at work all day. They interrogated that child with no lawyer, no police, nothing for hours.
They don't want him to be killed.
I went to the school because she texted us.
Right.
I showed up at the school and they said, "Oh, it's been handled, Mr. Amaral. With the police already informed." I said, "So you filed a sexual assault claim, and the police were informed, and they're not here? This is a sexual assault on a minor, and the police aren't here?
Right.
I'm going to call the cops and find out."
Yeah.
While I'm calling the police, that same principal, who's now in HR, by the way, because they get cushy jobs when they cover these things up. I don't care. I'm going to say it. So I was on the phone with the police. The police like, "No, we don't have a call for Durfee High School for that. We don't have any." I have the police reports. I have everything. I have the SROs who left early that day on camera saying that this is the first time we heard about it was at this time. He was calling the SROs to let them know to come back because he tried to go in there and they left. He didn't know. He didn't even know they were gone. He was trying to get them to cover for him. It started from the first second I walked in. They lied to me 3 times in 5 minutes. You're going to tell me I'm going to trust these people? I'm going to trust the school committee to do the right thing? I'm going to trust this mayor to do the right thing? I'm going to trust these principals to do the right thing? Absolutely not. So when I tell you I'm on your side and I will hold people accountable, you have no idea how personal that is to me. And that means City Hall, school officials, administrators, I don't care who it is, janitors, facility maintenance, touching kids, I don't care who you are. Top to bottom, I will respect the janitor just like I respect the CFO. I don't care. But I will also hold you accountable just like I hold everybody else. Do not get complacent while I'm in office. Those good old days are done. Those friendships are done. Those burying things for you because you've been here so long and we're gonna let you resign so you can still go work and do it somewhere else and terrorize other children. Those days are done. You are getting fired. I do not accept your resignation. You are fired. You are going to have this on your permanent record. You are never going to hurt another child again.
There you go.
These are things
the way it should be, bro.
That should have always been. This is common sense. Right?
Well, I think the city should invest in a wood chipper for those situations. You know what I mean? But that's just me. You know what I mean?
And you know what? I respect that. Because I'll tell you right now, public hangings and things like that.
Listen, if you're looking for somebody to run the wood chipper, I'd love to run the wood chipper, bro. I've licensed wood chipper.
If it was only that easy, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, I do trust in our system still, even though our system...
Obviously, because here you are.
Even though our system has failed us more times than it should have, there are good people still fighting the good fight. And you just have to back those people. You have to get out there and do your research on those people. You think anybody else understands how in-depth that can get? Anybody else understands how personal this is? No. You think any of these people running genuinely cared? Where were they? So in 2023, in 2021, in 2022, you didn't think it was important enough to vote against people that are covering this stuff up? Oh, I didn't know. Did you look? So Carlos is now a Republican as of a year, right? After losing his building, now he's running against this guy. And Trump all of a sudden won, and now everybody's a Republican. Carlos is a good guy. Carlos is a great grandfather, old man kind of guy, right? Nice guy.
Best intentions. He's got the best intentions.
Do I think he means...
I'd love to get him in. I want to talk to him.
Do I think he means well? I think he'll come in. Do I think he means well? Absolutely. I don't have a bad thing to say about him. People can say whatever they want about the corruption and the Flint Association. All I don't have proof, so I don't care. Right? Just like Christopher's charges and all this other nonsense that came out. I don't have proof. I don't care. My personal opinion of Christopher is based on 16 years of interrogating people. I read people. That's it. It's personal. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I see, but I can appreciate the good that he's done as well, right? It doesn't make him a bad guy. It makes him, in my eyes, not qualified and not who I'd vote for, right? That's my opinion. I'm one vote. Lucky for him, he's got 30,000 followers. Good luck.
If they show up. If they they got to show up. They got to show up.
You know what? Go get them.
Yeah, Boomr.
I hope they do.
Can I say thank you so much for being here, bro? You are an absolute pleasure. Gabriel, I want to call you friend.
I apologize for,
no apologies.
But I can do this all day.
Me too. That's the problem. He's giving me the crooked eye over there.
I'm sorry, man.
No,
sorry.
I could.
I'll pay for the overtime.
We could be here all night. Paying to be sleeping.
I told you, you're going to need a Netflix series.
Absolutely.
To just meet with me.
So real quick, as we walk out of here, people want to support you. What's the best way they can do that? Obviously, the vote. You want the vote.
Of course.
But today, tomorrow, what's the best things people can do?
Reach out to me. Gabriel Boomr Amaral for mayor has a page. I have an event. Campaign kickoff. It'll be at the TA, 6 to 10 on the 20th. There's, it only fits 100 people down there, so get your tickets fast. First come, first serve. I don't care if you're against me, you're for me, you want to support me, you want to come there and heckle me. I don't care. You're all welcome. Because I work for everyone. I'm going to work for the good, bad, the ugly. It doesn't matter. Show up. My page is out there. Gabriel Boomr Amaral for mayor. You can look at my regular page, Boomr Amaral. You can come and see.
Is there a number? Can people call?
I post it out. My phone number is 774-930-9211. I'm going to get all the spam calls, which I already do because I put it out there.
Yep, yep.
And you got all the fake, profiles.
Yeah, but you know what, though? If you get 10 spam calls and you get one legitimate call, bro, then it's worth it, bro. Then it's
Leave
worth
a message.
Yeah.
The best way to tell me that it's you, text me first.
Yep.
Say, hey, you're going to get a call from this number. It's not spam.
Yep.
This is who I am. I'm a voter. I live here. I want to.
And you are a communicator. You and I have been texting. You are a great communicator. Actually, better than me. But I appreciate.
I have a campaign manager.
And I appreciate that.
Stuff, but, she's a little busy with rehearsals.
Yeah, it is what it is. Payne,
but it's okay.
Your dad's a good guy. And I can tell that you're proud of him, and he's proud of you, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful energy to have you both in here, and I'm really grateful for that. And I think of my daughter as well.
I hope you have me back.
Yeah, no. Actually, I was just about to say, dude. I hope you'll come back.
If I'm 150 next time, we're gonna have a problem, though.
Yeah, no.
87, I'm a little.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Kevin, dude. You're gonna go downstairs. Right?
At least I'm in the top 100. Right?
Yeah, you are, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Kevin about the AC. For sure.
Right, for sure.
If not, there's studio space.
Yeah, right.
So you can use it.
Yeah, Boomr. Thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate it, dude.
Thank you for having me.
You do not disappoint. Everyone I spoke to who mentioned your name, dude, you're exactly who they said you were.
Well, you have all that information. When people ask you, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be like, here's what I stand
for. There isn't enough time to go through all this.
You know what?
And if nothing else, bro, listen.
I wish everybody did that kind of research.
Yeah,
right?
well, if nothing else, brother, let's not even talk about Mayor. Let's talk about you, the person, Gabriel. I'm happy to know you, bro. I'm proud to know you.
Whether I get in or not, I'm still gonna fight for us.
I created a podcast for this. This is the reason why, bro. Is that one day I was 12 years old too, bro. My dad left. I had nothing, bro. I had to make a decision, and here we are, bro. All roads lead here, my man. You struggled, and here you are running for mayor. I struggled. Here I am, and we're sharing the space together, dude. So, for me, I just want to say thank you. And regardless of anything else, brother, you are a friend of the show, and this door is always open for you. Whatever we can do to support you in your journey and what you're doing.
Just keep doing your job. Keep getting the truth out there.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's what this is about.
Same thing I ask is, I came in here, you asked me, what do you want to talk about? And I give you anything.
Yeah.
Not a single thing, right? I didn't say a single word about, no, let's cover this, let's cover that, right? I didn't guide anything.
I will tell you this.
I came in here, hey, this could be a total disaster,
Here we are,
right?
87 episodes. I've never had a guest reach out to me beforehand and say, hey, listen, and this is important for people to know. I want to say this.
I want to get out there.
You said, hey, listen, ask me anything you want. Say anything you want to say. If I don't know the answer, we'll get back to it. But
feel free to show the thread so people believe you. I don't care.
But it's important for people to know, dude.
You can show it.
Yeah,
I have nothing to hide.
Absolutely.
I don't care.
But that matters, bro. That speaks to your character, bro.
Myself.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful, bro. I'm grateful. And good luck to you. Good luck on this journey. And again, this isn't the end, bro. We're going to do this again. And anytime you want to come back in, we can do some updates.
Yeah, I'll be on Forward Reporter on Monday morning.
Yeah. I think ain't going to be as much fun as this, though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No way.
Mike's a good dude. I think Mike tries to be fair, right? So he's got the following. He's been doing this a long time. I think Mike tries to be fair.
Yeah.
People's personal opinions on everybody, I don't really care. It's not my job.
Yeah.
My job is to get the information out there and help everybody, right?
Yeah.
So is it going to be as entertaining and fun?
Yeah,
I don't think
probably
so.
Not. Probably not. Yeah.
But I like Mike. He's been up front with me. He's been a straight shooter with me.
Yeah, agreed.
And I'll give him credit for that.
Absolutely.
Believe it or not, I was blocked from that page for years.
Go figure.
So we didn't get along, right?
Yeah. He doesn't do anything for me either, by the way.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well,
which is okay.
He shared your post today.
I think he deleted it. Yeah.
I was gonna say he allowed it to get on. Really?
I did one this morning. I did one this morning. And,
I don't like that. I'll discuss that.
We didn't have time to talk about it because David's giving me the crooked eye. But I really wanted to talk to you about the broken window theory. Reagan in the 1980s and that whole in New York, and then Giuliani.
How people lose respect if the area looks that bad.
One broken window, and
it keeps. It's a trickle-down effect. Keeps getting worse. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I would love, maybe we can make plans. You can come back on the show and we can really get into that because I think that theory is profound. And I think that would really apply to this city. You know what I mean? It would really fall into exactly what we're dealing with now. You know what I mean?
Say when.
Thank you again, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And I hope to earn your vote. September 4th, September 16th, November 4th. But September 16th is important because without September 16th, there is no November 4th.
Agreed.
Okay? Get out there. Do your duty. Do your research. Listen, if you don't like me, I don't take it personal. You're not the first. You won't be the last. But definitely get out there and vote and really look into, who's behind the scenes of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It'll tell you a lot. And you got the options of more of the same, or you're going to get the fresh leadership, the ideas, the people that are in touch with who's today. Mm-hmm. These people are all in their almost 60s.
Yeah.
They don't know what it's like to deal with the school system. Even the people on the school committee now, none of them have kids in the school system. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what you're dealing with. They don't know the problems of today. They don't know how to deal with today. there's only one real choice.
Yeah.
And I hope to earn your vote.
Well, obviously, what's happened is that it's not working. So it's time for change.
How much more proof do you need?
Yeah.
How many
of
more
course.
times are we going to say, all right, we'll give it one more shot, but that's it?
I asked you early in the episode, is it bad enough yet? And I think
It's been bad enough.
that's the question people have to ask themselves.
This is the icing on the cake.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
people have to ask themselves that question. And the answer is yes, it is. It is absolutely
absolutely.
bad enough. All right, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
Like, follow, subscribe the show. We are everywhere. We are on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, you name it. Now we're doing the videos, right? We're going to be doing the video releases on Spotify, which is what everybody's wanted,
all
which is a
sweaty
great
in
thing.
here.
It is so hot,
Video
bro.
right
Yeah,
now,
right. No
man.
kidding. You look
You're
good.
killing
dude.
me, Bob.
No, you
You're
look great,
killing
bro.
me.
You're very dapper. You look very
Right?
good. Yeah, definitely.
I
definitely.
tried.
Yeah,
My
definitely.
daughter dressed me.
We appreciate you, everybody. And remember, all roads lead here.